Hey everybody, y'all, welcome back to the Dominican route. We have Miss Nikki. It's so good to see you. And she's just gonna be a part of
So
the
good to see
Dominican.
you too.
Go ahead. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm jealous though. I want to be where our boy Troy is because yep.
Yes. Troy is, that background's not real. It's kind of like yours. He got a fake background back there.
Yeah, man.
With a nice little live dog running in the background too, though, right?
Oh, I didn't see the dog. Where the dog? Hey, what's up, Troy? How you doing, brother?
What's up? How you feeling, Coach? I'm good, man. I'm
Good. Where the dog at, man?
I'm letting her just do her thing, man. She's
okay, yeah. Can you grab her real quick if you don't mind?
Yeah, thanks. She'll come to me.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
We're gonna be there tomorrow.
Listen, I'm bringing Papito on the next trip. That's my dog's name, Papito Raulin. So maybe he'll get to meet her.
She's mad. She's mad at me because she had a little accident.
Yeah. Troy's in Bavaro. Yeah, that's where you're at. Yes, that's a part of Punta Cana, right?
Yeah, it's like the Punta Cana area.
Yeah. Everybody say that's like saying I'm from. That's like saying I'm from Slidell, Louisiana, but everybody say, "Hey, I'm from New Orleans," but it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah. Shout out! Oh man, she is so pretty. I love dogs.
I see why you brought her with you. Oh my gosh! Oh, so adorable.
Hey Nikki, I heard a couple people said that we cut you off, so just make us shut up if we cut you off. I'm so sorry.
Man, it's hot, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, I apologize if I was. I don't think I cut Nikki off. I didn't cut Nikki off.
No, you didn't cut Nikki off. Rico.
I wasn't on long. Rico probably.
Yeah, Rico did. You already know Rico did. Yeah.
It is hot, people.
Dog, it is hot here. It's gonna be cool. Hey man, I'm gonna send a couple shout outs real quick. Quan, shout out to you, brother. Walk on. Tatum, always good to see you, brother. Miss Nick, you kind of in and out, Miss Nikki, but we can hear you now. I can hear you now. Shout out to Pimp Boy. Pimp Boy, what's going on? Always good to see you. We doing good here, man. We got a lot of stuff to cover. RA, we are live. Yes, we are live. Y'all give me the thumbs up if y'all can hear me all right. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Troy, you can hear me all right?
I can hear you perfectly, Coach.
Oh, good. I know Nikki is kind of in and out a little bit, but
like she froze up a little bit.
Yeah, she froze up. You froze up, Nikki, but if you could maybe, okay, yeah, you kind of froze. Maybe if you want to back out and come back in, you can. You know this Dominican internet.
Am I still frozen?
Yes. See, Dominga, shout out to my baby. My baby said hello, people. She says hello.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
that's all right. That's okay.
I think I know what's going on.
We're gonna keep the show rolling until you get it straight. It don't matter. It's okay. RA, what's going on? Troy, you are in Bavaro. That's correct, right, Troy?
That's correct.
Okay. Quan, Tony fresh out of bed. Troy fresh out of bed. Tank top. Yeah, that's crazy.
Hot, man. It's hot, bro. Like
that's crazy. It is.
I'm in my drawers. It's that hot. Like it's hot, man. That's why I gotta turn my camera off when I get up because I'm in my drawers.
Man, it is hot.
Bro, and like I can turn my air on, man, but you don't want to sit in your air all day, man. You gotta let the air in your house. Let's let that shit circulate, man. The dog needed to get out.
I know that's what's up. That's what's up.
As soon as I opened the door, she went and pooped right in. I'm like, yo, you're supposed to go to the grass. That's why she's a little mad at me. We had a little discipline. Man.
Yeah, but she gonna get it. Yeah, you gotta. Is this where it all started? She gonna get it, bro.
Man, I hope.
Hey, shout out to Amy. What's up, everybody? What's going on? We got to talk about the explosion. We definitely gonna talk about that. We got a lot of things to talk about. Rico should be coming in pretty soon. Rico's always late. Morning. Easy Rollins say good morning. Wait, he say good morning. It ain't. Where is it morning at? He must be in Australia or something. Yeah, but okay. Who else we got? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start the topic, man. First of all, I want to send my condolences to everybody that passed away in San Cristobal. If you guys don't know, they had a bad accident, explosion in San Cristobal. How many people was it, Troy? Do you know how many people?
Man, please don't get me misquoting what happened. I had sent you the thing I seen on Instagram, so I don't even.
I think it was like 20 some people that died. Don't Troy, what's going on, brother? What's going on?
What's going on there, soldier?
Better pissed off than pissed on. Better late than never, Negroes.
It's always good to see you, brother. How you doing, Nick? Nick?
Oh, and let me tell you something too, goddammit. I'll be there Tuesday. Don't be trying to skip me with your black ass.
Man,
buckle in.
It's supposed to, man. It's
Actually, you and Nikki need to worry about it. I think it's probably. When I looked at your video, I think it's more. I hope it's more gonna hit you motherfuckers than me and Troy.
It's supposed to storm. So if everybody don't know, it's supposed to storm. It's supposed to be might be a hurricane. It's a tropical storm right now, right, Rico?
Yeah, actually, what it sounds like to me, and again, I'm no fucking weatherman. It sounds like it's gonna be predominantly a lot of rain, like a deluge of rain, which may cause power outages. Me and Troy, I hope, again, with my bougie ass, I'm trying to pull my bougie card. That motherfuckers charge me enough. You better keep my lights on. And
right.
I think probably the biggest thing I would say, pray for our Dominican brothers and sisters, because again, as me and John was talking about earlier, and we'll get a little bit more into this, is what they have in the DR, and I always preach against people hollering about the combo, is they have a lot of flooding and a lot of mudslides. And I think if the amount of rain that they're talking this time, it's going to be pretty fucked up for that reason. Not the wind, but the constant rain and those houses not being supported and people drowning a lot.
Yeah, shout out, Rico. I'm going to pause real quick. I want to send Nikki. Oh, first of all, Nikki, I'm going to say this. Nikki said, and some other people said that we cut her off a lot last weekend, so I apologize. I don't know if you
better speak up. Fuck that shit. I ain't saying I'm sorry. Speak up.
No, you just need to cut them off.
First of all, I did not say that. I said that other people had said that. And my response was, I had a great time on the show, which is why I'm back. Y'all can see that I had a great time. I'm not a punk. Let's be clear. And I think you both know that from the three-way conversation that we had. I rock with you guys.
I know it. You did one.
Don't you put me in that, John. Don't say I said that.
I was trying to get you to make Rico feel bad, but you didn't fall for. You didn't keep.
Good luck. Good luck.
Listen, we have plenty of time for that. This just wasn't that time. Just in the future, I'm gonna get them on. Don't worry about that. It's coming, but not on that one. I'm no punk.
I didn't think so either. But radio talk too much. Just tell them shut up.
Real quick, shout out. I want to send my condolences, and we were doing that before Rico came on, but to everybody that passed away or that had family members that passed away in San Cristobal. I know a lot of people in San Cristobal, but nobody that I know or family members passed away. A lot of people ask me, is Darlene okay? Is Jasmine okay? Is Valerie okay? Everybody's okay that I know in San Cristobal. So just my condolences. Do y'all know anybody? Nikki, do you know anybody in San Cristobal?
I think I know a few people, but I can't tell you who they are. You know what I mean? Like I've met people that were like, oh yeah, yo soy de San Cristobal. But I can't, I don't, you know what I mean? I can't tell you offhand who I know that's there. So I guess that's a good thing because.
Yeah, sad. Yeah. So what we're going to try, you know anybody in San Cristobal?
No. Okay. You know me, man. I don't.
Yeah. I got to take you out there. I'm going to take you there one day. Yeah, I got to take you.
I don't know that many people, man. Like I know a few people. I don't know too many Dominicans. Stuff like that.
So what we going to do, man, that's what this whole topic is about. Rico thought of the topic, and we kind of rolled with it in the thumbnail. So we're going to talk about the infrastructure, the things, the code. Am I saying that right, Rico? The code and the things that happens with, yeah. And
like the differences between and again, we're talking specifically about the DR, but this is all throughout Latin America, even Africa, and even parts of Asia, where oftentimes I'm always trying to remind Americans and Westerners of things that we take for granted. So, like John said, we would never in a million years have a lot of commercial properties around residential because we have zoning laws. So here in America, you can't. What happened in San Cristobal would rarely ever happen in America because they wouldn't let that be allowed around houses. In the DR, Africa, all throughout Latin America, they put that shit anywhere.
Right.
So even when you looking, so when Coach telling you about, I found a place for $100, you might be sitting next to a bomb factory. So consider that.
There you go, acting stuck up. That's all I can afford, Rico. Don't that's messed up. You throwing shade just because you got a whole bunch of money and I'm on a budget. You go to hell, man.
Hey, your bomb suit ready.
Nikki, that's messed up, man. That's messed up. Yeah. Hey, me and Rico
I just want people to understand that. That's all. Seriously. But that's a real thing. That's a real thing. So when you're moving overseas, it's nothing like back home.
Right.
Shit different. But go ahead.
So no, y'all are right. And me and Rico and Troy was talking about this. I didn't tell Nikki this, but everybody knows I live amongst the Dominicans. The whole topic is about, places being in the middle, like businesses being in the middle of neighborhoods. So I live 2 blocks away from a chicken coop factory, and these people have a house, and they built a little chicken coop, not a little chicken coop, it's a big chicken coop with a tin roof, and it's probably, I don't know how many chickens are in there, but it's a tin shed, and when we walk by there, thank God I can't smell it, but when we walk by there to go exercise and walk in the morning, sometimes it smells so bad because it's probably like 200 chickens in there, and you can hear the chickens moving around, hitting the tin panel and the tin roof. But that's crazy. That would never happen in the United States, where you have a whole bunch of chickens in a residential area and it smells so bad 2 blocks up the road. I would not be living there. And they have so many houses that are right by there, and they got to smell that all the time.
But
I ain't smell Rico when I was there. I ain't smell it. I
didn't smell it either. Yeah, I don't hardly ever smell it. So but if you walk up the street, the next time I'm gonna take you up the street.
We was up the street. We was all over there.
It wasn't hot enough.
Coach had me all over the hood.
It wasn't hot enough.
We was getting haircuts and water and shit.
And what I would tell people too, like, so even when I think about like Coach's situation, right? And you think it's more than just the smell. It's also like things like when you talk particularly about the chicken or pigs or cows, they shit a lot. So where does their runoff go to? It could end up going into city water. So this is why things like a lot that you don't even think about. And it took me, it took the San Cristobal situation for me to start thinking about it. I was like, oh, wow, this is why they do shit. So even though you may not smell the shit, are you drinking water with bacteria in it? Or showering in water? I know you don't drink the water, but are you showering in water that has bacteria in it that sometimes, even though the drinking we don't worry about, if it has enough bacteria, it can cause rashes.
Right.
All kinds of things.
Well, I think I'm full-blooded.
I ain't wishing it on you, but I'm just saying.
I'm full-blooded Dominican. I didn't think I didn't have every bacteria.
Your ass ain't full-blooded nothing, radio. Yeah. Knock it off.
Nikki, what D says, try Texas. The zoning laws here is messed up too. You think they as bad?
They might be, but they don't compare to the DR. So I hate when people always do that. It's like, I get it. Chicago's fucked up. But bruh, this shit.
But
when you
also,
different.
but there's also lawsuits and things that can happen in that regard, right? Here, which is one of the things that's so frustrating to me, is like if something happens, tough luck, and that makes it difficult. And to be honest, one of the things that I noticed on my first trip was I'm like, it's so crazy how slow certain processes are, because it's not a lot of doing things smarter, not harder. It's really the opposite way. Like they do a lot of things harder, not smarter. And it's only because of the fact that, I mean, it is still a third world country. And I think that we can see that. Like the question is, who is going to step up and start trying to make some kind of changes? And I applaud you, Coach, for the things that you guys are all doing together to try and bring money into the community and educate and do things of that nature, because education is a huge help. I mean, that's what can educate everyone on how we can do things better, as far as the ecosystem, right? And one of the things that I noticed is that there's a lot of like broken down houses and things, just like what Rico was talking about. But beside of that, you'll see some nice, really cool place that, and when you go inside, you couldn't even believe the place that's next door because it looks like crap. And it's like, why not fix everything as you're going along? Why knock out a space and build something nice and not try to do something beside of it and make that nice as well?
My house don't look like crap. I mean, are you trying to insinuate that my house looks like crap?
No, it doesn't. That's why I told you when I put my comment on your dang page, I was like, "Yo, $200? How?" Because I'm going to tell you something.
Nick, can I help you? Don't fall into radio's trap. Don't fall into it.
He likes the compliment, right? Because he got a good deal. Clearly, because I'm going to tell you.
He's a snowflake. Don't fall for the snowflake bullshit. Tell him, yeah, your house look like shit. Shut
Listen,
up.
I don't know why.
The place where I'm staying.
No,
I'm just going to say.
No, but I mean, hey, you guys, you are working with your husband, and then I know you're going to work your way up. But hey, Rico, let's do a poll. Let's
work her way up. She not already up?
Well, she is up. She's.
Oh, but the way you said it, I don't know.
No. Hey, let's do a poll right now. Who's the richest and the poorest out of this whole panel? Who got the most poorest. Money? Who got the?
Hey, but look, let me ask you.
I would definitely say I'm the poorest.
You get disability. You get a $1,200 check every month.
You got kids? You got kids? No. Thank you. She ain't got no fucking kids, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, you.
Yes, you.
I don't have kids. But I'm going to tell you something.
And you ain't the poorest, because kids make your ass poor.
I got a dog.
Shout out to everybody in California.
I got a dog too.
Hey, I can't tell everybody.
I have a dog too.
I can't log into my YouTube channel for some reason, so I can't respond to everybody in the chat. But I saw somebody ask me where I got the dog. I got the dog in Puerto Plata.
Stop watching all that porn.
What you talking about?
How much did you pay for it? I'm sorry, I have to ask.
Yeah,
I can't say how much.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's gonna expose that he's the richest person on the channel.
Nah, I can't say how much I paid for it. I told the breeder I wouldn't.
Did you pay American prices or Dominican prices?
American
is my question.
My dog is free.
Like, did you get the hookup?
My dog's free.
I got the
look on his face, bro. He paid an American price. He paid that American price, bro. Look at the look. He's like, nope. Y'all not about to clown me. I will not say. You know what? It's cool because it was a great purchase. You love that goddamn dog, and hey, listen, I get it. I have a dog.
All right, that's all.
One question. Okay, Coach don't have no dog, so fuck you. You don't get to say nothing. Be quiet. Troy got a dog. I got 2 dogs. Nikki, you got a dog, right? Okay. What's your dog name, Nikki?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's your dog name?
Hey, Mr. Ron.
Papito Raulín.
What? New Orleans.
What the fuck?
Did she say New Orleans?
Both of y'all at the same time. What? His name is Papito Raulín.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay,
next
Machado.
question. Okay, next. God damn. Okay, we know it's a Hispanic dog because it got 5 names. Okay, next question.
That's racist, Rico. That's racist.
Okay, whatever. Next question. What kind of dog is it?
He's a pugapoo, half pug, half poodle.
Okay. All right.
Cool. All right, let's get back on the topic.
As
topic.
we mentioned before, I am an anomaly, so my dog is also an anomaly. That's how we roll.
All right, back on the topic.
No, be quiet. We're going to tell our dog story because Troy, we got to get to him. I got 2 dogs. I have an old English bulldog named Millie, and I have a Japanese chin. It's also a mutt. I spent American money for it. Japanese chin Lhasa Apso, and her name is Nina. So I call the little rat and the big black dog. Now Troy has a new dog. What kind of dog you got, Troy?
I got a Frenchie.
Okay, and what is your dog's name?
Griselda.
Griselda Blanco?
Yeah.
You got a dope dog?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Griselda Blanco is a dope dealer. She's the biggest female dope. This nigga named his dog after a drug queen pimp.
Oh, that's the lady they got.
Griselda, I love it.
Now the one on Netflix, the documentary. Yeah.
Hold on.
Y'all all heard it, right? Griselda Blanco.
Check your phone, Rico. check your phone.
Quan 1993 said Rico cut her off. He did.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see this. I don't know if you can see that, but that's how she get down.
Yeah, she looked like a dope queen.
Oh yeah. Eric Owens says, I'm Dominican, Rico. I have 5 names. What's the problem with that?
Nothing. That's just I can't remember them all. Same shit I tell my wife and them. God damn it, pick one.
That's it. All right. Hey, y'all, let's get back on topic. Go ahead. Let's get back on topic. So, yeah, it's again, our condolences to what happened in San Cristobal. But I even have videos of like they use sticks and pieces of wood and brick and they don't have hard helmets on. So, I mean, we are in a third world country, but I've never really seen that until I moved here where they really don't have a lot of security, safety issues. Go ahead, Rico.
I want to ask you a question about the accident. Do you have any updated numbers as far as deaths, injuries? I just want to know whatever you got.
Yeah, Quan 1993 said he just gave an update. I think it's 27. I think Quan said. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Quan or
27 fatalities.
Yeah, 27, and it's a lot of. It's still some people in critical condition, and a lot of people were burned pretty bad, and it's still in the hospital. But
one other question, because when I was reading about it was, so did it? It said it took out a block. Did it level? So it leveled all of everything on that block. It
didn't level it, but it burned everything.
Damaged and destroyed.
It's damaged and burned. So just imagine. I've seen a lot of people send me some pictures on WhatsApp, and they got a lot of burns. It's like and you can see their body and their skin is so burned. And so I think that the main damage, if you wasn't killed by it, you were burned really bad, and those people, they gonna have a hard time, just dealing with life. But the president said that he was gonna do a lot for those people in San Cristobal. But hey, and he was gonna help rebuild the houses.
Hey, Coach, can we pivot real quick? Did you see what happened in Maui? In Hawaii?
Yeah, the burn.
Yeah.
I heard about that too. That is crazy.
I don't want to get your channel looked at. But I don't think that was just a regular fire.
Yeah, it could have been done.
It wasn't.
I hear people say it was Oprah Winfrey, but I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
It's the gentrification. It's the gentrification of it all. Correct. Those people said that they were not going to sell.
Go ahead.
They said they were not going to sell their land, and the folks that were trying to buy it said, "Oh, you're not going to sell, say less." I agree with you, Troy. It's unfortunate, and I don't think it was a happenstance.
So
Come
they
on
say
now.
you're not
And
gonna
I hope
sell
that
Griselda Blanco. You're not gonna sell Griselda Blanco.
Hey, listen. Let's get down and lay down. That's what we're doing out here. It's
Right,
2023.
Hey, so what do you guys think? You think they're going to really focus on the infrastructure in the Dominican Republic, or is that going to change some rules and regulations? What do you think about that?
No,
Troy, go ahead first.
I don't. Well, it's a campaign year next year. I think they got a new president coming in, so a lot of people are going to be talking and probably running on changing the infrastructure. Will it happen? Look how long it took the United States to get us to focus on our infrastructure. Bridges falling apart, stuff like that, roads. But I don't think it'll happen because the places that have money are going to have good infrastructure. The places that don't have money are not going to have good infrastructure. That's just how it's going. That's, in my opinion, I think that's how it's going to be out here because it's just too much corruption. I mean, did I say that? I mean, it's too. The money's not getting, like, even here. It shouldn't be no potholes in this area. As much tax is being levied on the people here that work here and the builders that are building stuff. There shouldn't be one pothole in this area.
Yeah,
as much money that comes. This is the #1 most visited place in the Caribbean.
Right.
There should be zero potholes. The speed bumps should be. You can at least paint the speed bumps.
Right.
At least paint the speed bumps. They ain't no paint.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't. Yeah, but we're talking about like infrastructure.
Right.
It's not reaching the
Thanks, Easy. Hey, y'all get those. I'm sorry, Troy. Y'all get those likes up real quick. Y'all hit that like button. Shout out to Easy Rollins. But go ahead, Troy. My bad.
Well, I was gonna say the only reason why one reason why I know nothing's gonna change is they've had disasters before, and my heart definitely goes out to the people in San Cristobal. To be honest with you, the people who died, I feel less about because they're at peace. They're free from this world. So I'm not saying that I'm happy that they died. I'm just saying they don't have to deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about the people who survived that have to live a lifelong
with PTSD. My God.
And knowing what it's going to be like from the lack of help that's going to occur. I do fully expect that the president and the government will come in and they will help initially. I think they're going to help with the initial. They're going to save lives. But what does that do to somebody disfigured by fire 20 years from now? Because the check's going to run out and they're going to be like everybody else in the DR. You fucking work or you don't eat. And now you're a disfigured person in that scenario. It's worse. I've seen people missing limbs and you get no more sympathy than people with all your limbs. So now you're missing a limb or you're disfigured and you're in a country where the government just is there minimally, if at all.
And it's not like they do like a GoFundMe here either, right?
No. And then you take it, I'll take it one, and I'll end and I'll pass it to you, Nikki. I want to say 6 months before, I'm saying 6 months before this, Troy, they had the collapse of the furniture stores. I think was it Santiago? The furniture
stores. The building just fell, yeah.
They killed people.
Yeah.
People was working in the fucking furniture store and dead because of a lack of regulations.
That's when I tell people when you're talking about like real estate, my man was
talking
about building something. I was like, man, you can come out here and build whatever you want.
So what I'm saying is
there's no code. There's no building code.
When those two buildings collapsed and those people got killed, nothing changed. That's why San Cristobal happened. Nothing's going to change, and something else is going to happen. That's my belief.
I got a quick
Go ahead, Troy.
Just speaking on building and stuff, Coach. You'll see it when you come here. Like I got the doors, I got my doors on, I got my windows on.
We'll be in Punta Cana tomorrow, y'all. But go ahead. Yeah, we'll be.
I had an issue with the contract, so I got a new contractor to come in and do the the windows and the doors. So he finishes the job yesterday. No, day before yesterday. And I go and I'm like, all right, let me go through and make sure everything is straight because it looked good, but let me make sure everything is straight. So first I wanted to put like a digital lock on the lock, and it doesn't have a handle. It's just the lock, and it doesn't. I don't even think this digital lock has a key for some reason. I gotta look for it. It might be in it. I don't even know where you can put the key. But anyway, I'm like, yo, you got to put the lock on with the bottom lock too. I want both the locks. I go to the store. I come back. He's got the deadbolt where the real lock was, and I said, yo, where's the handle? I said, there's no hand. I said, how am I going to get in and out the house? And I'm looking at him. He's like, I said, you got to put both of them on. I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just put the other one back on with the lock and the handle, and it's cool. Then I go to walk through the house. We go to the bathroom. The bathroom window has a lock. Oh, there you go. The bathroom window has a lock. It's locked. So I go up to it and I just move it around, unlocked it, just to move it. And while it was locked, the whole thing just slid back. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? I just looked at him.
That's crazy.
And I had the money in my hand. And I know he was hot because this was the foreman. The foreman came in.
Go ahead, Nick.
The foreman came in.
I just want to hop in real quick. I'm sorry. No, he wasn't finished. Go ahead, Troy. Finish up. I'm sorry.
No.
Stop. Nikki, you're gonna have to stop cutting people off. That's you're gonna have to stop doing that.
You're being rude. We don't like that shit, Nikki.
Oh, the foreman was the one that came in to finish the job, and he called the workers back, and then I forgot. Go ahead, Nikki. I forgot the rest. Oh, the foreman just came in, and he's got to come back and finish. It's all good, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Nick.
All I was gonna say is
what I was saying was, damn, you doing it again? Come on, Nick.
To your point.
Jesus.
To your point, Troy.
Go ahead. You have to have it. You have to have it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna start doing. Every time I get cut off, I'm just more like it's all good. Anyway, so I was gonna say, Troy, dude, one of the things that I have been talking to people about that is so scary, which I noticed my second trip here, I was watching the news with one of my fiance's uncles, and 2 children were burned alive in the house because the mom had left and locked them inside to keep them safe. The problem is that the focus is on keeping people out, but then there's no thought as to, well, if I have an emergency, how do I get out? Right? Like keeping other people out is a danger because it's keeping me in. And I actually got, full disclosure, my godmom, my first time at her place, was like the second day. I stayed the night over there, and the second day she went to the store and she locked me in. I didn't even think about the fact that if a fire happens, I'm dead. Like I can't get out. The back door has the whole security bars. Yeah. Right.
She didn't give you those.
That's another problem. Like there needs to be something that from the inside, emergency, I need to get out of here. It's just, it's crazy. But when you guys were talking about too with the hard hats and the different regulations and things like that, I went on my last trip and I stayed the night over at my friend and her fiance's place in Santo Domingo in a high rise. I kid you not, you guys, I had a nightmare that it fell over and like collapsed. And when I woke up, I was like, yo, that was so real. And it's so crazy that we're having this conversation, especially when Troy was talking about, his buddy was talking about building. I'm like, oh my God, that is.
It happens.
Oh my God.
You see it on TV all the time. It happens all the time.
You got to have
real good. I'll tell you, when that thing happened in Florida of the buildings collapsing right there on the water,
Miami.
What is going on?
And you see buildings in a lot of countries. They they're leaning. Some of them are not collapsing, but they have a lean to them. you know, because
I've seen that.
You've seen that also. So yeah, I mean, you see it in the Dominican Republic. I don't know, and I'm still going to do a video on that. But it's a guy that built his infrastructure, that building in Santo Domingo, and he killed himself because the code. Yeah, that was
You know what?
and they were still there in Santo Domingo.
I want to say this. I think it would be a really dope idea to interview someone who speaks English, that lives here, that does those jobs, that understands, that can say, yeah, they don't do this, they don't do that, and this and this and this, and hear their concerns. Because I think it's because we're all sitting here very much confused, because in the US, when these weird, crazy things happen, at least the families are paid out and everyone's okay. Like my fiance right now is talking about getting a job in construction. And I'm like, yo, if something happens, welp, it's just welp, right? It's not, oh.
But you look at this situation, like saying Cristobal, for example. And I don't know for a fact. I have no idea. But this is what I strongly believe. Like, so say, for example, like even like now, my beautiful house that I got built, we don't have any home insurance on it being destroyed. Why? Because I don't even know if home insurance industry exists in the DR. I'm like, where the fuck do you get home insurance at? Now I have auto insurance. I can get home insurance on my content. But I was like, so I've been talking to people. I'm like, well, how do you insure the house? Like here in the US, the house behind me, it's insured. A fucking hurricane blow it down, they rebuild it, boom, boom. So we get insurance for the structure. In the DR and a lot of other countries, I don't think you insure the structure. So for example, what I'm saying to myself is, I'm like, so the houses that got leveled in San Cristobal, they don't get no money from nobody to rebuild. Right. They have to just rebuild again. If they paid $10,000 to build a house, they got to come up with another $10,000. They don't go to the insurance.
The only reason they get money this time in San Cristobal because the president promised, and they got
what is the president promising to give them money to rebuild houses, or is the president saying we're going to pay your medical bill? Because
rebuilding, they're gonna help them rebuild the whole.
Okay, but John, be careful. Be careful, because again, we'll be 6 months.
I'm saying what the government and the president said. That's all.
I can't understand. Motherfucking government and president say all kinds of shit, and what they say, and what they, even in America, what they say and what they do is two different. Because I'm gonna tell you, what was the hurricane that hit down in Florida? And motherfuckers down there still ain't had their fucking money back. And houses still ain't built. When the hurricane came through and tore them a new asshole, they're literally still.
We saw that in New Orleans.
Katrina. Right. Exactly. So again, I don't go with what the president said. No, fuck that shit. Because what they say and what happens, and I'm saying is, if that can happen here with insurance, do you really believe that motherfucker gonna pay for them fucking houses to get rebuilt? I call utter bullshit.
No, I agree. Like Troy said, elections coming around, and everybody wanted. You know, they showed the president rolling up in his Suburbans and with the AK-47s and all that stuff.
I ain't seen him in the last 2 years.
I'm saying, he didn't rebuild them fucking furniture stores that collapsed. Matter of fact, also in Punta Cana, you know about this too, Troy. The apartment that exploded and fucked up the mother, the father, and the little boy. That happened in Punta Cana. There was an explosion. I don't know where. In Punta Cana, there was an explosion in an apartment.
That's why I'm not doing gas in the apartment.
Right, and all three of them got burnt up. So I'm like, I don't see nobody fucking. I don't see the president down there doing it, because again, I think political promises is one thing, and reality.
Hey, Ty, real quick, Ty, the Cash App link is at the bottom. Is running at the bottom.
She asked for my Cash App link. I need some Cash App, bro. And
the fact is this, John.
Mm-hmm.
See what the president say after this storm hit, and depending on how that rain go, and how much the flooding, and how many people die.
Well,
tell me if it's gonna line up with we because again, what I do know is every year they have floodings, and every year a lot of people die from floodings in the complex.
Right. Yes. Right.
Where's the government saying we're gonna fix this shit, or do they just because what I'm saying is the Hurricane Troy, when the hurricane hit last year and you was without power for 3 days, and I know motherfuckers in Igwe and Verone was without power for 30 days.
2 more days I was out of here. 2 more days and I was getting on the plane.
They didn't do anything. What did the government do, Troy?
Shit.
What did the government do?
Man, I know. See, it's times like this where you wish you spent that.
They just didn't do anything.
Like I might have to go buy a generator on Monday.
Real quick, Easy Rollins says, Nicole, you look beautiful. Your eyes are magical.
I know anything about.
Thank you. And first of all, let me just say this. I saw the note, and thank you for reading or the comment. I don't have my contacts in today either, so that's a real compliment. Thank you.
No, he meant me. He was confused.
Yeah.
Oh,
you got them. You got them. You got them can't get right glasses on. Anyway, go ahead.
Radio.
Oh my God.
When is the election? Can you do a show with the Dominican friend on the election as how that will look?
Easy, hit the link, goddammit. I want to cuss your little sorry ass out. Hit the link, Easy.
Yeah.
That's my boy. Yeah. That's my buddy.
Hey, I want to shout out to my cousin Max Rose for sending $20 toward the orphanage and toward Darlene's and Jasmel's dance team. So thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. Go ahead. You was about to say something, Nikki. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't even remember at this point. We are
get some money out of Easy writing a check.
I hope so. Oh no, actually, I know what I was going to say to Everell Tatum McField. You got it right. My dog's name is Papito Raulín. That was an old little comment that they had put there, but I did want to acknowledge that. You guys know I like to acknowledge. So there, I said it.
Right.
So you got a dope dog? Is your dog dope?
My dog's not a dope dog. No. Well, wait a minute. You said your dog's name is Nina, right?
Yes.
Well, that's funny because that's what I named my 9mm. So we have something in common.
So you named your gun after my dog.
Oh Lord.
Actually, I named it after the nice rap music, Nina. Well, there you have it.
Let me say this real quick. I'm gonna bring somebody up real quick. But
bring him up.
Nikki, we're gonna bring somebody up that's off the chain. That's Rico on steroids. All right, here we go.
Make sure you bet your eyes at this goofy motherfucker.
Hey, what's up, Hollywood? What's up, brother?
Yo, New York in the building. What's up, everyone?
What's up, Hollyweird?
Yo, Troy, what's up? How you feeling?
What's up, Hollyweird?
Peace, Hollywood.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling spectacular.
Hollywood.
Yo.
Hey, Hollywood, I'm gonna put you on pause real quick, and then I'm gonna let you talk. I want to send shout out to the super chat, and it's for Troy actually. Thank you, RA, for the $20 super chat. Troy, any good deals on houses in your area? Go ahead.
I talk to people like.
Hey, Hollywood, you gotta have to put your stuff on pause because we can hear you real.
On mute.
I talk to Rico throughout the week, right? Me and Rico talk a lot throughout the week, and I'm always looking at properties and stuff here on the island in different places. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna lie, man. You'll see offers in other areas like Puerto Plata, and no disrespect, had to make a public apology to Puerto Plata because I went to go get
No,
my
you
dog up
didn't.
there, and I've been going to see the chiropractor up there. I like Puerto Plata, man. I take back. I know you're gonna be hot.
Shut up, Rico. You gotta say why.
But I'm gonna say this: I can't afford a house up there because the houses are so expensive up there in the town.
And not worth it.
I'm like, you want 250, 350. I'm like, 350, you can be at the village. 400,000. You would spend 350 to be there, and you can be at the man.
But Troy,
it's great deals here. It's great deals here between my house and Rico's house. You can catch something for like 75, 85. And if you come in with cash, you talking 65. And you can get yourself, it's not gonna be a real large place. But if you're looking for a nice small place for you, like a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, like little small villa with maybe even a little pool in the back, 85, 115.
That's in Puerto Plata though. That's in
Puerto
Puerto
Plata.
No,
That's here.
if you look.
In Puerto Plata, they killing. The prices are high in Puerto Plata. The prices are very high.
How you look and where you look.
And based off where you're at. Like if I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna buy a house on the island, right? And I'm thinking I might be trying to sell my house down the line, or it's an investment. It's not a forever. This is not my forever home. So this was more like an investment for me. Now my forever home would probably be like Cabrera, Rio San Juan. There's places where you can still afford to get an ocean view, like close to the water from the mountain. It's still affordable in those areas along the coast. I've been looking at all the coast areas. I don't know anything west of Santo Domingo. Everything I know is kind of here on up. So I would say like if the area where you want to look at if you come with $85,000 cash, a nice place or a condo. I'm not a condo person, but $80,000 to get you in a condo and $60,000 cash to get you in a condo in Verona.
But Troy, can you tell them the bottom line is, and I'll just cut through the bullshit. Cash is king.
Yeah,
have cash, and you can negotiate like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you got cash.
You don't have cash, and you talking about I got the bank, this, that, whatever. But basically, you show up and say, okay, and I don't mean physically, because like I said, when I came to buy, I knew I had cash. I'm like, hey, here's $5,000. I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna wire you the rest.
I knew they was in trouble because of the pandemic.
You can get whatever you want, and you can negotiate in any area, and you can get a good deal if you got cash. If you're financing, it's just like cash is fucking king.
Here's another tip. I'm not trying to hate on anybody's business, but stay away from those pre-construction where they just show you like a digital 3D picture of how the place is supposed to look in 2 or 3 years, and you give these people $20,000, $30,000. A lot of people don't want to talk about it because they're embarrassed. But a lot of times, it's a lot of buildings that don't get completed. I can take you down to Las Corrales, right by the beach. There's this nice condo they were building. It's been sitting there for 4 years, undone, and people pay money into it. I need to see it done. I need to see the lights working. Me and the lawyer need to see the paperwork. I'm not doing no pre-construction.
Now, here's the thing. I would disagree with Troy. This is where me and Troy would disagree on one point, right? He's 100% right about it because there are these large developments that they start these projects and they don't finish. Why I say don't stay away from them is go to them and hear what they're selling.
Right.
Literally, I got the deal that I got because I leveraged information I knew about what they were doing against a smaller person. So basically, I lied. I went to a smaller developer and I said, hey, these big boys gonna give me this shit at this price.
Hold on, hold on. This is my opportunity to get my Zoom on.
Oh, go ahead, get your Zoom.
My man said, Troy, do you offer any consultation? It's $250 and now
for 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes. Listen, I actually have my email
information. Give me your information.
I actually have a consultation firm, but that's
listen up. He's charging you $250 for 15 minutes.
No,
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give
Any
you.
questions
I'm
any
gonna give you
questions-
100 for 15 minutes.
No.
Hey,
Any questions you got about this
I'm gonna
island
undercut this
is
nigga.
free.
100 for
Hey,
15 minutes.
real quick, we're gonna talk.
And I will do his webpage. I will do your webpage, Troy. Say less. It's the done deal. Period. Like, we got it.
I'm not charging any money.
Coach, see how you up here with these scammers? You got me up here with these scammers.
Hey,
Twin,
shout out to
twin,
Jay.
if you try-
Jay, hey, how
twin,
you doing, Jay? How you doing?
Twin, if you're trying to start a business,
Hi.
I'm sorry, real quick. If you're trying to start a business, Punta Cana, it has to be tourist related. You have to be picking people up from the airport or serving tourists. It has to be dealing with tourism. You are not gonna. You can't open a spot and think Dominicans are gonna come to your spot
Hell no.
and think you're cool.
Hell
It's
no.
not gonna happen.
Hell
The
no.
best business to open in Punta Cana, I'm gonna give you a gem. I was thinking about doing it
Well,
myself.
let me.
Get you a black Suburban 2022, 2020.
Suburban, Tahoe. Yeah.
Start running these people back. You
Yeah.
won't run out of money.
Hey man, don't be telling people my idea, Troy. Don't be telling people my idea. Damn.
You gonna fuck it up, radio. You gonna fuck
Hey.
it up.
Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Jay. Shut up, Rico. You don't because you're gonna be driving. I'm gonna have to fire your ass.
Can I drink while I'm driving? If I can drink while I'm driving, I'm good.
I got a story.
Everyone here already does that, so you're good. Duh.
Of course you can.
Hey,
Hell.
CA, thanks for the super chat. Shout out to Jay. Jay, how you doing,
Welcome,
Jay? How you doing,
Welcome,
sweetheart?
Jay.
Doing well.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi guys.
Hello, beautiful.
Peace.
Hello, beautiful.
How is it over there in the is it cold over there yet?
She's not in the DR, Rico.
No, I said the Nether. Did I
Oh.
say anything about the DR with your cockeyed ass? I asked her, was it cold where she was in the motherland, the Netherlands?
The weather has been nice.
Okay.
Very sunny. So let's enjoy it because terror will start in a couple of weeks. So
What will?
The who?
8 months of dark and cold
shit.
and depression and you
Y'all
know.
get that shit like Alaska? I don't know anything about it. It's like you say, I'm like, fuck.
Not
Really?
like Alaska, but his cousin.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
You're gonna have to tell us about that because I don't know what it's like to live like that.
Hey, can you change your black voice when you want to, or that's just your normal voice?
do I have a black voice?
Yeah.
Radio asked that shit. Radio asked that. I can't believe radio.
Don't feel bad. He told me last week that I talk like a white girl, so do not feel bad at all.
What
Yeah,
kind of
don't feel bad.
question was that? This is my voice.
That's your voice. Okay, you can't. I want you to say, "Hey, what's up, Woody? What's happening? How you doing?" You can't say it. Can you say? I want you to say. I just want you to say one word for me.
All right.
What's happening? What's happening?
What's what's happening? No. I'm not going to embarrass myself. No, I cannot say that. Sorry.
No, I'm just teasing. We just having fun. No, I love your voice. I love your voice. Anyway,
I love your accent.
Hey, do you have anything to say about? Well, let me talk. I'm gonna answer this super chat real quick, and I want you to chime in on what happened in San Cristobal and what you think about the infrastructure. Shout out to Rabon Francisco for the super chat. I like the idea of buying cash, but guys, help me out. What's that? Exonerate on how likely.
Elaborate on how likely.
Okay, elaborate
To get
on
scammed.
how likely it is to get scammed.
I can
What's up to get scammed on such a large amount of cash?
If it
But
was
let me elaborate on this. Troy, I'm gonna let you elaborate on it. But it's crazy that we're talking about that, and I know we're gonna talk about the infrastructure in the Dominican Republic, but I just was approached yesterday to do a deal with someone that is in construction, not too far from Boca Chica, to start helping move their condos and their houses. So on the YouTube channel. So I'm in negotiations now, I have seen a couple of their buildings. It's being built right now. So to answer your question, make sure you get someone that you know and you can trust, and always get a lawyer to always investigate. And I know Jay can back me up. Jay can back me up on that. And I know everybody on this panel can back me up on that when it has something to do with real estate and getting a lawyer. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Girls and
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You coming to this area, you want to get Johan Confidente. That's who you want to get. Johan Confidente. And if you're looking to do real estate, like there's Keller Williams here, there's Remax here. They're like brokers for these places. So I'm gonna only go with who I can suggest, and that's who I work with. Natalia, I forgot her. She's Russian. She moved from Keller Williams to a different group. She does more high end. So if you're looking like $300,000 and up, $400,000, I can put you in contact with my homegirl Natalia. She's excellent. My man Felipe.
That tell you right there who got the most money on the panel right there. That tell you right there, Rico.
Stop it. My man Felipe. My place.
Go ahead.
I can put you up there with Keller Williams.
That's why a dog named Griselda Blanco. All that dope money.
Money train. Woo woo.
All that dope money. Woo woo. Griselda Blanco.
Don't put that out there. Somebody gonna think you ain't playing. Don't put that out there.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
The fans are watching. Don't do that.
Don't do that. But yeah, you wanna see my little friend? My little friend.
Hey, shout out to Rick.
I would say go with reputable place.
We gonna talk. Rick, hold on 1 second. Rick, I know some of the conversations might be boring to you, but we got to talk about different topics. We can't talk about women all the time and all of that stuff. So we do. And always the last hour, we going to start, me and Rico and Troy talked about it. We're going to talk about just an open topic, open conversation. So if anybody want to ask any type of questions, send Cash App or the Super Chat, or just ask your questions. We're going to try to get to you. But yes, we got to talk about everything. But yeah, so
can I say this one more time, radio, and just shut up?
Go ahead.
I love the Super Chats. We prefer the Cash App.
I know it, Rico.
And be quiet, radio. Radio, be quiet. Because what I'm trying to get is, again, and I'm gonna say it again, is that I love, Roberel, Francois, Rick James, and everybody that's super chatting. Brother, I can't appreciate the support that you guys give us enough. I really can't. There is. I mean, I would lay down and die for more support like you guys. But I want you guys to know that, hey, what you're supporting is, again, through super chats. We can find a way to go around where we can highlight your comments, and you can give a full-throated endorsement of support.
Right. No, that's a great point. Rico, hold on. That's a great point. I'm going to chime in what you just said. Every time somebody sends a Cash App, and if you ask a question and say, hey, I sent a Cash App, I will answer your question immediately. Rico,
we're going to pause.
I see what you did there. Yep.
Yep.
That makes
sense.
That's right. What I'm trying to tell them. We will pause the show. We will pause the show to put it in the chat. Send the Cash App. We're gonna pause the show, pull your shit up, and we'll spend 10-15 minutes discussing it.
Right. Like Brother Mayfield said, Super Chat is no good because they
take half.
Yeah, they take almost half.
YouTube is taking most of the money. And what I'm saying,
but at the same time, though, guys, I think they should at least do maybe like $1 super chat only so that the algorithm goes, and then send the rest. You see what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
I like
beautiful.
that.
Just great idea.
Great idea.
Listen, I'm a business gal. You guys know this. You're welcome.
That's right. You good for something other than
I love you guys.
Yeah, if you're a business guy, if you're a business girl, you and Troy need to get over. He can help move. He can help move his stuff a little bit easier.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Let me tell you something. I'm already thinking about hitting Troy up anyway to help him with business things. And listen, I'm not trying to pimp anybody. I only ask for my fair share. We'll talk.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you go. There you go. There you go.
But
There you go.
that's a good thing. Do a 99-cent super chat. Send the rest.
They think, yeah, Rick James, thank you, brother. They take 30%.
Let me say this.
That's right.
Let me say this. Do a 99-cent super chat. Do the rest through Cash App. Don hits it. We pull it up.
Oh, hold up. Wait. Let me wait a second. Rico was talking about if you send $1 or $5 or $3, we not answering none of your goddamn super chats.
Oh my God.
Excuse me.
But that was before I came into the picture. Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
The credit is this.
Now, look, he laughing.
Zip it. If you send a 99-cent super chat and don't hit the Cash App, we ain't answering that shit. They gotta go together.
I like that. That's a great idea.
So
good
do a
job.
99-cent super chat, we will pull it up, and then you send a reason. Because and the whole point is, Coke don't get none of this money. This money is for the orphanage. That's what. Let me cut all the bullshit aside. This is about I just want the big bang for the buck. So when he goes to the orphanage and but matter of fact, he did a great video on the dance team, right, John? So what's if I send him $500 and YouTube take $250? What fucking sense?
Absolutely.
I didn't give him 500. I gave him 250.
Someone says they take 30%.
And send him $4.99. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
Someone said they take 30%, not 50. But either way,
it's a big chunk.
Yes.
And I want him to get it all so he can apply it to that he did. You guys saw the video around the orphanages. You guys saw the video around. Do you guys have any idea what it's going to cost to send about 40, 50 kids to New York City from the DR and chaperones and their parents? Right now we at $600. Are you fucking kidding? We can't send one kid.
Oh, that's too bad.
And if I can interject, as the business lady that I am, Zelle is free. So Zelle won't even take that percentage that Cash App takes. So we can talk about that offline, John, as well, just as another option. And not everybody has Zelle. And so for those who don't, of course, Cash App, that still makes sense.
Thank you so much. We're going to talk about, I want Jay
let me tell you, I just look at it like this. At this point, when you look at all your Cash App dollars, think about how much money.
Rico, I want Jay to chime in, and then we're going to switch the subject because the title was about the infrastructure and code. So
I just want to say this. I would say for every Cash App dollar, if we added it all up, if it comes out to be $1,000, you got $600, $400. Y'all gave,
and
Ty could have went to these kids.
Right. Ty said something that that's why I really don't fight this, and we don't really need to talk about this online anymore. Ty said something. What if nobody donates zero? And that is so true. If somebody want to push that thanks button and not pull their Cash App and type it in, let them do that. So I'm
not speaking about people not donating. I'm speaking about people donating and where the funds are going. That's
right.
it.
I understand that, but if
they don't want to donate, don't fucking donate. If that's the case,
that's not what he's saying. He's saying that if somebody wants to do $100 super chat, let them do $100 super chat, and we're gonna say thank you. That's it. Thank you so much. So let's move on.
Because at this point they've heard all of what we're saying, so they're going to do what they want to do. So I feel what you're saying. I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jay, go ahead and tell me what you think about the infrastructure before we change subjects.
What infrastructure?
The infrastructure, the topic we're talking about, how like next to my house, for example, 2 blocks from my house is the chicken coop. And they got 200 chickens in there, and it smells real bad. Two blocks. Dang, hold on. Are you laughing at me or are you laughing with me?
Both. But my point was, why are you living?
I'm flipping Rico off, but go ahead.
I ain't said nothing.
Shut up. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
The question is, why are you living nearer chicken what? Chicken what?
Send me some money then.
Chicken plant.
Send me some money. Send me some
Word,
money.
word,
Because
word.
I own a disability, and I'm gonna let Hollywood chime in on this. But I don't smell it, but it's 2 blocks from my house, and they got a chicken coop, and they have a house, and it smells real bad. So you trying to act sedity like Rico, but
For
you
real.
go ahead. I got something for you. Go ahead and finish your question. Go ahead.
Well, let me talk then. What I was saying was,
Get his ass. Get his ass. Get radio. Don't play with that motherfucker. Get his ass.
Go ahead. Talk.
Oh, wait. So after what happened in San Cristobal, have you thought about moving into a better place, John?
Do you think I want to stay in a regular place?
Yes.
I wanna, you think I just want to? You think I want to keep it real?
I said, yeah.
You think
Yes, I think
you
want
think I want to keep
yes.
it real like Tupac and stay in the hood?
No, I
Like
think you want to stay there. Yes.
Well, probably you're there. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in your
Well-
pockets.
Well, I only receive disability. I have I can't work anymore. So hey, there's your answer right there. So there you go, tearing the small person down and making me trying to make me feel bad. But guess what? You know, no. You're a woman, and I'm not gonna say nothing. But you
Say it. Let's go.
I'm
Say
not
it.
gonna say
I'm
it
ready.
because that's really kind of hurtful. You know, I would go in, but you
Come on,
are a
mama's
woman,
baby.
so
Go
I'm
in.
Mama's baby.
not
Go
going
in.
Kitty baby.
Go
Suck
in.
that tit.
Hollywood gonna go in for me. Hollywood gonna go in for me. You got
Now you
No,
finish. I'm
but-
just listening. I'm
you got
listening.
the
I'm
floor,
listening.
Hollywood. You got the floor, Hollywood.
Go ahead, finish. I'm
Why
listening.
you call Hollywood titty baby?
Go ahead. You got the
Why you
floor,
call
Hollywood.
Hollywood titty baby?
You
Man
got
up.
the you got the
You
you
ain't
got
no
the floor,
titty baby.
Hollywood.
Don't call Hollywood. We're gonna
Go
fuck
ahead,
him
go.
up next.
But
Go
John,
Hollywood
you
up
did
next.
not answer.
Hollywood live like me. He lives
Hollywood,
like me.
tiptoe.
Never mind Hollywood. Never mind Hollywood.
No. Let Hollywood tiptoe, motherfucker. We gonna tear your ass up.
But
Come on, Hollywood.
you did answer, John.
I gave you your answer.
No.
I do not. I receive a disability check, and I'm on a budget.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
All right, Hollywood, go ahead.
Let's tiptoe, Hollywood.
No, I'm just listening. Keep going.
No, your turn.
No,
Save this
but
nigga.
you know how
Save
do
him,
you feel?
Hollywood.
All right, so how do you feel about people making fun of us, saying that why we can't live in a different area?
Not as good areas though. I just won't live by no chicken coop though.
Say it
Say
again.
it again.
I said
Oh.
we making enough money, but like we got choices though. We don't gotta live by no chicken coop.
Time out.
Ooh, he was supposed to help.
Okay,
He is helping me.
coach.
I'm just
Coach.
saying he just chose the area though. I just wouldn't chose that area. It's different areas though.
Thank you.
All right, so what's the answer? And what's the question?
That's the answer, radio. That's the answer.
But my thing is, how long was that always there though? I don't know. What did he know? Like, was that always there though?
Yes.
I didn't know the chicken coop was 2 blocks up the road. I don't smell the
See, there how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, so when we walk and do our exercise, I smell the chicken coop. That's not in the United States. They're not allowed to put 200, 300 chickens
Right.
in a neighborhood, and so that's what I was saying. So I'm transparent about everything. Thank God, Dominga didn't rent no place with me on the lease next to the chicken coop, because I would be sick as a dog smelling chicken shit and smelling chickens the whole time. So I appreciate it. So I'm happy. I love my place. I really do believe that Jay is kind of hating a little bit, but it's all right. I'm at peace.
What's that
I'm happy.
third arm growing out your shoulder?
Huh?
What's that third arm growing out the back of your shoulder? I see.
Kiss my ass.
Is that from the chicken shit? Maybe you don't smell it, but maybe you bathing.
I tell you what,
know. I don't
when
know.
when I get my house and when I get my pool and my restaurant, you're not allowed. You can't come to the motherfucker. You can't come. You can't even you're not. I'm gonna have security, and it's gonna say Rico. It's gonna have your big water head on the front door, and you cannot come and you are not invited.
And I will be up there dancing dembow, bachata,
That's right.
Ripiao,
Hollywood,
listening to your
You
country
know,
invited. Hollywood
doing that one
invited.
too.
Nikki invited. Troy invited. And Jay invited. Well, I don't know, Jay. You on a thin line. You on a thin line. You know. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
Jay is spicy.
All right, so we're gonna open this topic up. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions about the anything else? Because
let's go back to let's take it back to the reality of the lack of regulation. So again, because it goes into what Jay was saying, Hollywood, and you is again. I tell everybody when you in a DR and when you decide to live somewhere or work somewhere, you got to understand the choices of what you're around.
It's gonna be good and bad.
Yes. So what I'm saying is you got to investigate that shit. It just can't be like, so like this is what I would say to you. You always use this term.
Who is
and
you?
I don't want people to get confused with it. I
Who is
live
you?
among the locals. The locals do shit that we ain't got that we ain't built for. So the locals will live next to a chicken plant and smell shit, and it don't smell like nothing to them. It literally. You talked about that chicken plant. Somebody live next door to that motherfucker, and they not bothered.
10 people live around that place. Yes.
Okay, so when I'm sitting there saying
you always got something else to say.
Everybody pump their brakes. Is again, Hollywood. I fucks with you, but and I get it. That your intention is like basically, So I will say this is that sometimes as entertainers or as people who speak in public platforms, we say things that are controversial, salacious, things that are just across the board. And the intention is not one way, but nonetheless, basically what I always tell everybody is it's a question of what's intent versus impact. So I can say something and my intention is one way, but the impact, how it lands and how it affects someone is someone different. So I do not believe for any moment that Hollywood intention was to impact you the way that it did. But nonetheless, Hollywood, whether you intended it, it fucking did.
It's not my problem.
No. It's not a question of about it being a person's problem.
I'm not no social worker. I ain't no therapist. I just come on channel to have a good time, laugh, because I go through a lot of pain.
But what I'm saying the pain
I go through is crazy. I just like to have fun.
But Hollywood, when we talk about intent and impact, is when we talk about that space, it's
like, about getting views and getting coaches money that for this.
And if that is your but if that's your sole purpose. But if that's your sole purpose, then guess what? You were gonna say a bunch of salacious, outrageous shit. You're gonna say shit about the LGBT community. You're gonna say shit about the Jewish community. You're gonna say all kinds of crazy shit because you're trying to get views. You're trying to get views and you're trying to get likes. But what that also
means, coaches money they praise for the fortune.
Listen. But what that tells me about you, Hollywood,
it's really about it.
Let me tell you this. But what that tells me about you, and I'm just using you as an example because I think you are a performer in that space, is what I'm saying is you don't even know what the fuck you talking about. You're just talking.
Yeah.
That's what most of these people do. They just say shit.
Just to say
it up. Let me finish. They just say shit to stir shit up. Mm-hmm. They do not know what they're talking about. They don't know who the fuck they talking. They just say shit for views.
So whose side you on, Rico? You was just on Jay's side at one time.
Quiet. I'm still on Jay's side.
You double standard.
John, are you be quiet? Are you be quiet? I'm still on Jay's side because I'm actually bringing it back to a point about you. About if you are going to go down this rabbit hole of I want views and likes, and I'm going to say salacious shit to stir up the fucking bubble. What Hollywood is saying is right, and that's what I fight you about every fucking day. That means you have no integrity. That means you don't stand for shit. That means you will say any fucking thing for a fucking dollar, and I won't. That's what that means.
Now you're ODing. You're ODing now.
That's what that means.
You're ODing. You dragging it.
I'm not trying to get a dollar by
you dragging it now.
Anything.
Dragging what?
Yeah.
He's not ODing. That's real though.
I like a fucking prostitute a hole. You bugging out. Shut your mouth.
Excuse me.
The fuck up,
Did you not say I'm going
to
say and do whatever I want for views and likes? Did you not say that? Or did I say I'm trying to do entertainment for Coach to get this fucking bread for the
views and shit. For the orphanage, but he don't. You taking it overboard, Rico.
You ODing. You need to stop drinking, old head.
Ay, Dios mío. I can't.
So what is going on?
Can I say something so I can move on?
Go ahead, you got the floor.
Can we move on? Please, Joy.
I'll be quiet.
I mean, Jay, not Joy.
All right, go ahead. You got it, Jay.
Tell me what I missed.
I don't know what I missed. I didn't know Hollywood was here for whatever he's saying, but whatever he's saying, I would never tolerate disrespect. Never. Not for entertainment purposes, not for anything. So that thing about to get your likes up, John, or to get money, this is ridiculous. What are we doing? I didn't know I signed up to be disrespected.
I never said that. Go ahead.
Whoa, time out.
And then
Coach got nothing to do with this.
Listen.
How did
my
I
background is different. So maybe certain jokes I don't understand. I'm not American.
I know.
I'm very matter of fact. So when you say something to me, I don't take it like this is an American joke or this is how we roll. I don't know. So whatever you said,
you can dish it, but you can't take it. You've been picking at me since like a couple of times I've been on the panel, but I've been
Why is this
easy
man
with
keep
it.
talking to me like I know him? I don't know this person.
All right, well, let me say this. Shout out to
I just almost fall out your head. Chill.
Wait. Hey, we're gonna bring. Hey, real quick.
Relax.
Super. Hey, Rick. Hey, Hollywood. I'm gonna bring Easy Rollins up because I can't bring nobody else up. I'm gonna bring you down, but I'm gonna bring. I mean, you want to come back up and talk more? That's cool, brother. But let me bring Easy up real quick. All right, brother. Thanks, man. All right. So shout out to Rick James for the super chat. Easy, you got the floor. Hold on 1 second, Easy. 1 second. The question I want to know from Hollywood: Can she find a cheaper place, and what price range should she be in? I totally agree. I did bring Easy down, Rick, but we can't ask Rick ask him that. But I pay $200 a month, but there are places that $200, $300, $400, $500 a month, and she has everything being paid for. Like Troy was saying, she got internet being taken care of. She got everything taken care of. So all she has to do is live there, and that is it. Am I right, Nikki?
Oh, man.
Correct. And I also want to know if your landlord has more things available where you are, because perhaps we should come and be your neighbor. I mean,
right. Yeah, I feel you. Easy. Go ahead. You got the floor, brother. What's going on, Easy?
Yeah, I missed the very last part. I guess what's the name left when I came up. All I want to say is you got a classy channel. I think and you said this before. Everybody should be respectful. That's all we ask, that people be respectful. There was obviously a point in there when the conversation between three people went left, and now it's over. We can get back to the scheduled program, but we got to stay respectful.
But you don't think that happens sometimes on everybody's channel, Easy?
No, listen, John.
What happens when you allow it to happen?
No, listen, John. All I'm gonna say to you is maybe you should go back and do a lessons learned. Troy was in the military, like I was. Sometimes you got to go back, and maybe you should go back and offline, ask the two ladies and Nino what was said, because I think I heard what was said in there, and I think I heard when it went the sideways. You understand what I'm saying? So,
and that's why I stopped and asked the ladies what they have against Hollywood. That's why I brought
You
that
did
up.
not stop anything, John, and I'm getting very annoyed with you right now. You did not stop anything. You let this man keep Let me shut up.
Did I not take him? No, you're good. I want you to talk about it. But what did I not take him down?
Can we move on?
Did I not take him down?
We can have a conversation later on, so this never happens again. But
Okay,
I did not come.
One thing though is that he did say to shut the F up to somebody. He did tell Rico to shut the F up. That's disrespectful too.
I did. Y'all act like I didn't do nothing. I took him down and I said, what did he say to offend you all?
Let's move on with the program and we can have a conversation later on because this is not fun anymore.
That's fine, but Rico always talking, but his ass looking like
I ain't saying that. I'm being quiet.
Well, I want to say this. I just want to say. Can I say this? The price you're paying. You said you're in Santo Domingo, right, Nicole?
Yes.
Nick,
that's the capital. That's the capital. Some places are more expensive than others. Yeah. I know for a fact that Puerto Plata, because that's where I like to spend a lot of my time. Puerto Plata, even though they have a lot of expats up there, it's not as expensive as the capital. Yeah. Now, if you're looking to buy a house, it may be, but it depends on what you want to buy also. So I mean, that price and not to have hot water, it's kind of surprising. Yeah. But in the capital, you got people paying $1,000.
I can understand you saying that from the get-go when we have a conversation, right? And I also want to say the reason why we're still here is because this is where he can get work. Last week we talked about the fact that it's hard for him to get work, and now he has something going on, and it's easier for him to have that in La Capital. So that's the only reason why we're still here, because and not only that, his son lives here in La Capital, and it's like, maybe 4 miles from here. So we get to go over there all the time and spend time with his son and his the mother of his child and all of that. So it's not for nothing, but I agree. We can find something better, and hopefully we will.
Right, of course, and that's what it's all about. Rick James says, "How did you find a place? How did you find it?"
It was on Airbnb. Yeah, I found it on Airbnb. It took months and months of conversations back and forth. And here's the thing that everyone needs to remember. Nowadays, people are renting places that are not their property. So you have to be very careful about that. Yeah. Because if the real property owner shows up. Go ahead, Jay.
They're sub-renting. I wanted to say, if you're really interested in a place, come down for vacation, stay in an Airbnb, and when you are down there, then you can start looking. Do not start looking stuff online or paying things in advance. No, you need to be there.
Yep.
And then you will start the search. You will see that there are tons of places for rent. There are telephone numbers you can call, and you need to be there. Be there.
That's a great point, Jay.
I'm gonna.
That's a great point, Jay.
I was gonna connect with EJ.
Yes.
Yeah, I might not allow that. I might not allow it.
You might not.
Hey, Jay is right. One thing that Jay said was, my cousin rented a place out. He got a really good deal, but he had to put the house came with earplugs, Rico. The house came with earplugs because he was right off the interstate, and he was paying $45 a night, but they had earplugs so you can put in your ear because he's right off the interstate.
Well, let me.
Well, one of my trips to Dominican Republic, I got me a place. I was paying $15 a night. All I had was the bedroom and the bathroom. It was a hotel.
Well, let me just say this, okay? And I know John, and Troy, I know you're a little cockeyed ass to listen. I hope you is. And again, while like I said, you may have bristled at the ladies because they took your ass to task, and you deserve it.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Yeah, you radio.
I feel good. I'm happy as shit.
Okay, well, you can feel good.
How he deserve it?
You like it up the
How he
gas.
deserve it?
I
Very
take it
good.
easy. I take
But
it. Go
can I
ahead.
finish my conversation?
Go ahead.
You deserve it. Again, and I'm be honest with you, I'm pro Hollywood. But if they're sitting there again telling you something that they receive a certain way and how they feel, can I finish? As men, all I'm saying is that men, we got to turn on our fucking listening ears and say, hey, look, women feel unprotected about a certain space. It doesn't mean that, hey, I'm going to run to them and they snowflakes and they're buttercups about everything. But what it does mean is can I finish? See, you doing it to me and I'm a fucking man. I'm a man. Listen, I'm a man and you're doing it to me. So if you're doing it to me as a man, I can imagine what you're doing to a woman. What I'm saying is, as a man, I need to fucking listen to them. I don't have to respond to them, but I need to fucking hear them.
Rico, you running for mayor?
Hold on, easy.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Come on, man.
Hold on, but let me finish.
Right, just say what you gotta say.
There you go. See, this is the shit we do. If I get into the space where I refuse to listen to them and tell them poo-poo, I don't want to hear that shit, that's when they shut down.
But that's not what happened.
Do your shit. Do your shit.
Let me say this. Rico.
Listen, Rico, I'm going to tell you when it started. When the conversation shifted into Spanish, there were things said. I'm still learning, but my Spanish is pretty good. And there were keywords and there were curse words were exchanged. And somebody said something and the whole thing went left. It started going left a little before that, but that's when it went left. He don't speak Spanish that well.
Can I ask you a question? You motherfuckers won't listen to me, and I'm a man. I'm a man, and y'all won't listen to me. Why do these? Let me finish. I'm a man talking to two men, and you motherfuckers are telling me to shut the fuck up. Why does either one of these women believe you motherfuckers gonna listen to them?
That's not the point, Rico.
No, that is the fuck.
That's not the point. You act like I didn't do nothing, and they go for everybody. Whoever say I didn't do nothing.
Jay and Nikki, can y'all explain it to him? Can y'all explain?
It's okay, but they act like I didn't delete none of the girls. I deleted Hollywood.
John, if you won't listen to me,
oh man,
how are you going to listen to them? Is what I'm saying when I talk.
I'm the one that have the control.
Can I ask one question? Can I hop in and ask a question? Hollywood, I know that I kind of cussed you out in Spanish. I don't even remember what I said. All that I know is whatever I said. My husband texted me and was like, "What is going on in that room? Like, what are you doing? Because you're going the F off." So tell me what did I say to you? And which is why half of what I said, I feel like, I was a little out of pocket. Not even out of pocket, out of character. Because I'm learning to have more patience with humans, period.
Nikki,
regardless of.
I don't think you really, let me say this. I don't think you really did anything wrong, but I hate when people try to come at me, everybody, like I was not trying to attempt to control my panel. And I'm not talking about anybody in general. I'm not even talking about Rico. I brought him down and I said, hey, ladies, what did he tell y'all wrong? Because just like Easy said, he was talking in Spanish. So I said, hey, let me take somebody was being racist to Rico and Troy about 3 months ago. And I took his ass down. So I'm asking the ladies, I think I did a good job by bringing Hollywood down and helping the ladies out. That's just my opinion. Y'all can't act like I ain't do nothing. And I was just sitting up just running.
I'm not saying that you didn't, Coach. You know that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I want to take ownership of what I said, that I'm like, I probably could have said something different or better or whatever. And that's why I'm asking him in Spanish, what did I say? Hollywood.
Go ahead.
I thought Hollywood left. But listen.
I said Jay. Let Jay go.
All I want to say it's very funny that people that speak a little Spanish want to talk about, oh, they know when it went left. You don't know because you do not understand Spanish fully. He was very disrespectful. Very.
All right.
And
Well, let me
that's
say.
that, that's all I
Go
will
ahead.
say. And then we can move on. Thank you. Why is this?
So wait,
Well,
Hollywood
listen.
is still
Like
on
I
the
say,
line,
I
right?
don't know Spanish as well as you, but I heard the conversation, and there were curse words exchanged. There was huevos exchanged, and we all know what the private parts is.
Sir,
So yeah,
you said huevos. I did not say huevo. I did not say
I
that
just
to you. I know for
no.
a
Listen, this
fact.
is not Nino. What are
You
you
said
talking
that.
about? This is not Nino.
No, that's not the same
This is not
person.
who?
That's not Hollywood. That's easy. That's
Yeah.
Ideal meal. I'm sorry. I'm still getting
See?
his face there, I thought. My bad.
No.
I was like, wait a
No.
minute. He was the one
I know
saying
you
Mama
thought he
Huevo
was
and
up
all
here.
that.
No.
Like,
Can I ask a question?
you guys
go
have a
ahead,
New
go
York
ahead.
accent.
This
You
is
with
what
me.
I'm saying.
And
Yes.
Let
We
me
from the
ask you
same
guys.
place.
Hold on. Easy. Let me ask you guys a question, right? Okay. What I would never do in a million years is, okay, for example, like I know I'm an African American man, right? I would take offense to people outside my community speaking on my community. I would take offense to. So, like with things I don't do. I don't speak to the LGBT community. I don't speak to women. I don't speak to communities that I'm not a part of. So when people of a community take offense to something, I don't fucking jump on no grenades to say that they shouldn't take offense because it ain't my fucking community. Can I finish? I'm not gonna make myself look like an ass
Time
because
out. Time out real quick, Rico.
Go
The
ahead.
reason I said time out is
I'm just talking about me.
no,
I'm just
Manuel.
talking about me. I'm not talking about you.
Listen, Manuel wants to come in and chime in. So
Okay, he
go
can
ahead.
chime in.
Go ahead, Rico. Go ahead, Rico.
So what I'm saying is,
Easy. I'm
me
gonna
as an
take you down for
individual,
a second, brother. I'm
me
gonna
as an
take you down.
individual, me as an individual, I know it is a fool's errand to jump out on a grenade on a community issue that's not your community because what often happens is you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Even when you're in defensive shit. Oh, they didn't mean. Shut the fuck up. That ain't your community. How they take offense to it, fall the fuck back. Because if it's the LGBT community, if it's the Asian community, whatever, that's not my place to sit there and get tight about and say they can't take offense to it. Because what we find out is too many times I thought like I knew the language and I didn't know the language. So what I'm sitting there saying is we got two black women up here, and I don't even know what the fuck they offended about. I have no clue, John. What I'm not gonna say is they shouldn't be offended about it because I don't even know what the fuck they are offended about. And if I sit there, what I will do is I will sit here and I will say, let me listen to them to see what they're upset about.
Hey, we got no.
Because
I appreciate.
now I'm just trying to run it.
I'm sorry. I thought you was done. My bad. Go ahead.
I'm going to listen to what the fuck they're mad about. And whether I agree with it or not, I gotta say, one, I'm not a black woman, and it wasn't said to me. So I'm gonna start from that position because I'm a black man. Now, if somebody said this, I'm gonna feel a certain kind of way. And white people ain't gonna feel the same way about it, and Asian women ain't gonna feel the same way about it. But I'm gonna feel a fucking way about it. So I gotta give them the space to feel the way about it that they do. That's all I'm saying. And every time as men, to include as black men, we dismiss black women from having the right to express themselves the same way that we want to be able to express ourselves. We're fucking over them.
All right. I
Whether
know.
it's Poe or anybody else, stop.
I'm 100% behind
That's
you on
all I'm
that.
saying.
That's why I always try to uplift my black women and let them take the floor.
And you
that's
do.
why I put them down. So go
Yep,
ahead.
and you do. And for that, I appreciate you.
I appreciate it. But anyway, we Manuel, I know you Dominican, and man, I want you to kind of change the atmosphere. So how you doing, brother? This is a true Dominican talking. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Hi, everybody. New faces.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey,
I,
hey, what do you go ahead and say? You heard us arguing, right, brother?
yeah, I did. I did. And I was like, what's going on there? Let me join.
Do Dominican people argue like that?
We're humans. We argue like anybody else. Yes, we do.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you explain the argument in Spanish and things that happen there?
Well, I see you were talking about something Hollywood. I've been listening to you like for 3 or 5 minutes. So I don't know exactly what happened, but I think I saw the lady at the bottom of the screen. Um, like arguing with another guy named Hollywood, but I don't know what
Miss
happened.
J, yeah, Miss J, right,
So
right.
you didn't hear the Spanish argument part.
Oh no, I didn't. I don't know what happened.
Ay, Manuel. I wish that you would have heard that because he called his mama huevo and all these things. So
Oh, not good. So
Jay, go ahead. You have a comment, sweetie? Okay. All right, Manuel, can you talk about real quick? Can you talk about the since you came up? I wanted you to come up earlier, but we always get on topic for an hour and a half, and then we have an open topic the last hour and a half. Can you talk about what what really happened in San Cristobal, please?
there was an explosion. There was a big explosion. Yeah.
Hold on, before you start, everybody got on the white tee. Everybody's got the white tee. It's that hot. I told y'all it was hot in DR.
Yeah, it's really hot.
It's hot
My bad, brother.
Yeah.
Nice to meet
Yeah.
you, man.
So I have a fan next to me, so I hope it doesn't bother the
Yeah,
audience.
we can hear it a little bit.
we can hear a little bit, but
Yeah, let me just hold on.
It's hot. I got my fan right there.
Yeah. So there was an explosion. That was on the 14th. It was Tuesday, I think. 3 in the afternoon. It happened right in the center of San Cristobal, where the banks and all the business. Like that's where the money is. Okay, so it was right in the center, and it hit a couple of buildings, but most importantly, it killed 30 something people. And yes, and like 56 or 61 injured. And I'm talking about really, really bad injuries. They were burned. So it's not like it's I mean, it's really, really bad. And I was there because I was like 7 blocks from that explosion. I was at the internet company. You know where it is, Young? Claro. I was paying.
Right.
And complaining for some stuff also. And I heard the explosion and the whole building like shaked like that. And everybody, people got crazy. So when I came outside and I saw the smoke, the black smoke and the fire, I said, okay, something really, really bad is happening. I saw the ambulance, police. So then everybody was walking towards the explosion. You know, people want to see what's going on. That's not the best idea, but that's how humans work. People we walk towards the problem to see what's happening. And I also wanted to see because I'm from San Cristobal. So my brother, my mother could be there, and I don't know.
Right.
So I saw people, I saw dead bodies. Yeah, like 2 dead bodies. People that were impacted by pieces of rocks, big rocks. I saw them on the floor dead. It's not a nice experience, but yeah, I saw it. And then I noticed that a couple of my neighbors, people that live very close to me, people that I have known since I was born, they were inside the place that got on fire and they died. And their family have not been able to identify the bodies.
Man,
And they will not identify the bodies.
Can I ask you a question, Manuel?
Yes, sir.
Is what is the expected from your experience? What is life going to be like for people in the long term that I know the government's going to come in and they're going to help people, from in the initial explosion. They're going to make sure
Yeah.
people's hospital bills are paid. They're going to make sure that I believe that without a doubt. But I'm thinking
Yes.
like people like for the people that died, and don't take it the wrong way. It's like I hate to say it. It's like they're blessed because they're no longer here to deal with the pain. But I think about the people who are disfigured and burned, and they're going to live the next 20 years. What is the
Yeah.
government going to do for them? Because I've seen like 20, 30 years from now, because the explosion is over, is the government, do you know from your experience that the government's going to be there for them or not? And if not, what will their life be like? Because I try to tell people, like, they don't have any assistance. So I could be wrong, but it just tell me. So when Coach said, "Oh, they're going to step in," I'm like, "Yeah, that's in the short term." I think
Mm-hmm.
about the long term because everybody didn't die, and people will still have to live. How?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Great question, Rico. First of all, I don't know what you did to your face, but you look younger. You did something in your hair.
Thank you,
He
sir.
got
Thank
he
you.
got reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, you did something, but you look younger, a lot younger. You look
Thank you,
handsome.
sir. But I think about that all the time. When I thought about the explosion, I thought about, like, okay, the people
Yeah.
who lost their houses, they have to rebuild, no insurance,
Yes.
and then I think about the long term. I don't think about
Yes.
the
Yes.
short term.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And
So
I
go,
think I have the answer to your question. So what the government is gonna do is what they have done in other cases. So this is not, well, this is the first. No, this is not the first time something like this happened. It has happened before in other places in the country. In this case, in San Cristobal, which is where I'm from, and I know the data, I know exactly what's going to happen. So now to the victims, the government approved financial assistance. This financial assistance is not going to be forever.
Yo, coach, you got like, coach, you there, man? You got like,
You there?
okay, the people can't see our beautiful faces, but they can still hear us though. So go
I
ahead.
know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. Well,
But go ahead, Manuel. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
It wouldn't be permanent, but go ahead.
okay. I hope they can hear me.
sorry about
So
that.
what
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yes, yes, yeah, but we only see your face. We want to
We
see our
good now?
face. Okay.
Are you good now? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the government is gonna give them financial assistance. Obviously, they are not gonna pay for doctors. The government will do that for now, short term. Now, for the people that have been disfigured, as you said, I know for a fact the government is gonna give them like a pension. They will give them a pension. It's not gonna be a lot of money, but the government know that these people are not going to work anymore because once your body is disfigured, life is difficult, being realistic.
Thank you.
So you probably none of these people will ever work. So the government will give him pension. They will give him like a monthly salary for life, but it's not going to be a lot of money. I know that, but something will be given to them. But the life is not going to be the same, Rico.
Thank
Not at all.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. So you know what they're doing right now? Right now, as we speak, the government is giving assistance to the families because the people that died, they were uh, fathers and mothers, providers.
oh my
So the
God,
Yeah.
government is assisting the families.
Yeah.
it's a tragedy.
I know a couple of families that the government is giving them food, money, and I know there is a fund that they will give financial of the victims until January, I think it is. I just saw it on the
Right.
news
And then
until
that's it.
January. So here comes what Rico is asking. What's going to happen in the long term?
After. Yes.
I know they will help the people that get disfigured for life.
But a
Now,
little bit.
people that they only got injuries, like minor injuries, These people are going to have to go back to their normal lives. But people disfigured will get a pension from the government.
So let me ask you this, man. Well,
And life is
okay,
going to be hard.
Exactly. Thank you.
Harder.
And I can
Right?
really. Oh, hold on, John. And
Harder.
I love you, brother, because this conversation is an honest conversation. Because I'm trying to get people that's listening to understand that. Look, and Coach comes out. He's like, "Oh, the government." I'm like, "Yeah, but that's short term. That's not long term." And because I want people to say, "Hey, look, pour from your heart," because these people are gonna need help long after 2014, 15, 16, 17, because a lot of them will be disfigured. So what I wanted to ask you in particular, Manuel, was I don't know, but then I know when I saw the article, they talked about the explosion. It leveled, like, I guess, a block or a city block of a bunch of houses. So I'm like, if that was your house next to the plant and it blew up, do you have housing insurance that's going to pay you to rebuild, or do you have to rebuild out of your pocket?
None of these houses, the businesses, they have insurance for sure. Now the house, family house, this area, the people that live there, they have been there for 100 or 200 years. Those houses,
They have no insurance,
because that's the center, and that's the center of San Cristobal. So the people that they have a house in that place, they don't sell it; they just live there. So there's no way they can afford it. Like
houses, so those houses had no insurance.
Those houses, I'm sure they don't have insurance unless it is an apartment complex,
right?
Because apartments are built by companies. Well, okay. that's the center of San Cristobal, so there is a lot of apartments. I'm talking about the center, commercial area.
So let me ask you. So most of those people, if it's a family and they own a house and it's gone, they have to pay again out of their pocket. There's no.
I'm trying to get I know where you're going. I want to help you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I got the answer. I got the answer for you. So all this is happening a few blocks from this house where I'm right now. So this is not something that I saw on CNN or Fox, something that I'm seeing every single day. So the government right now is there, and I saw them. They have what's the name of it? They have a department in the government where they build houses for poor people. They will not make you a beautiful apartment. They will give you assistance, if you know what I mean. They will not rebuild your house 100%. That's not happening. This is not the US. So they will give you assistance. They will help you to get back on track. If it would have happened in the United States, the government comes and give you a full house with furniture and everything. But that's not
and money to go with it.
Not gonna happen in here.
To take care of you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, if you don't work, they give you money, but
you don't get it. Thank you.
But
I just want people to understand this. I want people to understand the difference. That when this happens, that it's not the same like what we're used to. I'm like, no.
You need to understand that this is a third world country. So it's not fair that you compare our country to yours. It's not fair.
Manuel, and I mentioned that earlier, by the way. I mentioned that earlier.
Could you please refer to the island as a developing country? Please don't call it.
No, he's accurate. Be quiet, Troy. Shut up. Go ahead, Manuel.
Developing.
Correct.
What? This is a third world country. This is a third world country. I mean, you cannot compare this to the U.S. I mean, when I see Americans comparing, we have this in the U.S., but in here it's like this. You should compare yourself to Canada, to China, not to the Dominican Republic. I mean, come on. I mean, compare yourself to London or maybe France or Germany. Those are big countries like you. But this is just a little piece of land in the middle of the Caribbean where we still have hospitals with no electricity. Not all of them, obviously. Some of them.
And look,
I don't.
Let me say this.
Let one of the girls talk, Rico, please. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just had a quick question. Thank you, Manuel. I don't know you. Nice to meet you, by the way. Mucho gusto.
Nice to meet you.
How did you learn to speak Spanish? Gracias. How did you learn to speak English as well as you speak it? Have you been to the U.S. before?
No, I've never been in the U.S.
Has
before.
nothing to do with this, but
Never been in the U.S.
let me
I
just
went
tell
to
you.
school and I learned.
Let me just tell you how awesome it is to meet another person who, in my opinion, you guys know me. I feel like his Spanish is as good as my, his English is as good as my Spanish is. To where no one could believe I had never gone to Dominican Republic ever. They thought that, oh, you must have been there. Oh, your parents have to be Dominican. So for you, Manuel, I would have thought that you had gone to the U.S. because your vocabulary is immaculate. Conversationally, you speak very good English. So that's incredible.
Manuel, she's shooting her
Thank
shot.
Thank you.
I'm not
Manuel, she's a cutie.
Manuel, ya yo tengo un esposo, yo no estoy shooting esta. Ay, no, deja esto. No,
Rico,
esto no es
stop
la
it. She's
verdad.
getting married.
She's
She's
shooting her
getting
shot.
Yo
Okay, don't fall for it,
prometido. Yo
Manuel,
estoy muy contenta con él. Para que tú lo sepas. Ay,
You had another question, Nikki. You had another question.
she's shooting a shot, Manuel. She's shooting a shot.
so ridiculous.
I'm gonna help you, Manuel. This is
As my fiance is listening to this conversation in the next room, I can hear it actually. Thank you, Rico.
Manuel, she's shooting her shot.
Thank you
That's
for
how
that.
Americans do it. They give you compliments. Okay.
Jay, you got it. Go ahead.
Anyways,
Question, Jay?
how did you learn your English so well? Was my question, Manuel.
Let Jay ask Rico, Manuel a question. Go ahead, Jay.
Now we're about to start doing this.
Oh, I went to.
He didn't answer my
to,
question. Dios santo.
I went to an English school. I learned English at an English school, and then I went to work to Punta Cana, and that's how I got better. And then I work in call centers, and that's how we got better and better and better and better. So I don't think my English is perfect, but it's good enough for people to understand what I'm saying.
So what's John's problem? Why he's so
great.
slow? Why John's so slow?
I don't know, but Ana Rodriguez says Manuel's English is better, actually. Better than what? I don't know what that comment means. It's better than what?
Hey,
maybe she wants to say it's good.
No, it's great. I love. I mean, he speaks very, very.
It's great. Yeah, I don't know what she means by it's better. It's gotten better. I don't know. I don't know what that comment means.
Since we got our special guest Manuel up, go ahead, Jay. You have a question or comment?
Hey, listen, everybody. See.
Hey.
Hello. This
Hola.
Speak Spanish.
Hola, buenas noches. ¿Cómo estás?
Bien. ¿Y tú qué haces?
Aquí hablando con los
amigos
en el panel.
Los locos.
¿Cómo se llama?
I know. Manuel.
Estoy aquí.
Manuel.
Manuel está
casado.
Oh,
yes.
Manuel.
Dice, Manuel está casado.
Ay, por fin, yo veo la cosa. Ay, mi madre. El Salvador, la linda.
I love it, Dominican.
Come on, Manuel. Shoot your shot. This your chance. I'm trying to set you up, Manuel. You bullshit.
Yeah, it's very crazy.
Look, Manuel, she's old.
Yes.
Abuela. Abuela, Manuel. Abuela.
55.
Ella está joven, deja eso. Una joven. ¿De qué tú estás hablando? Joven y linda. Oye.
Manuel,
Punto y final.
Dígame. Tu cumpleaños fue
Feliz
ayer.
cumpleaños, mi linda.
Feliz
Para que tú lo sepas. Feliz cumpleaños.
Mucho gusto.
Oíste, baby, para que tú lo
Mucho
sepas.
gusto. Chao.
Ya los quiero.
Get out. Go home.
Y nosotros
Adiós.
también.
Adiós a todos.
Adiós.
All
Oh,
right,
she's so
we
nice.
we don't have Manuel on that much, so go ahead, Jay. You got a comment or question for Manuel?
See, that's my Salvadorian fan.
All right, cool, Rico. Cool. Hey, turn your fan a little bit more, Manuel.
Why did you say she's old and she's like a grandma?
Well, because
He's being
like,
silly. She is a young, supple 55 and looking
I know.
fabulous. All right.
Let me tell you,
She was like, "Is Manuel taking? I want to shoot my shot." And Rico's like, "She's old. She's old."
He's too slow. He's too slow. She gotta be faster. Rapido.
I put him on what? Imagine.
Manuel, when I bring him, rapido.
All right, go ahead.
Very fast.
All right, yeah. Let's stay go since he's on the topic. Let's go ahead. Jay, you got something to ask him or to comment on?
Not really. Well,
Okay,
I did appreciate the information that he gave. Very great information.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
his English is not only good; his English is great.
His English
So,
is great.
It is great. Yeah.
yes.
That's
yeah,
incredible too. The fact that he's never even been to the US. Incredible. How many years, Manuel, that you've been speaking English?
I learned when I was 14.
And how old are you now?
35.
God damn.
11 years. Nice. Now, listen, I've been speaking Spanish for 15 years, so I think of it in terms of how many years should it take me to learn. Like, come on now.
Spanish is not easy.
It's not easy. There's 5 changes, not 2.
But
in Spanish, there's 5 changes, sometimes 6.
Yeah.
Soul's like 16, and she's been learning since like 15. So I mean,
2 years, right? 2 years, yeah. I mean, I don't like Manuel's English at all. He speaks
no, his
horrible.
English is good.
I don't like Manuel's English. I don't understand what he's saying. He's the director of.
He hates him.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
His English is equivalent to your Spanish, of course.
No.
His English is better.
In coach's head.
English
In coach's
is
head.
100 times better than coach's Spanish.
In coach's head.
Coach's Spanish is trash.
No, he's better than my English.
Y'all are hilarious.
Way better.
Hey, Manuel, tell everybody what you do, and you're the director. Are you the director of that school?
I am. That's a private English school.
Gotcha.
And I am the director. So I used to work as a teacher there long time ago, but then I left. So now the owner, who was the director, he wanted me to be the director long time ago, and then I took the decision to become the person in charge. So I handle everything. They needed new blood, someone with my energy, and it's doing good. So when Rico comes to the country, I wish I could bring Rico to
Nikki.
the school, and Nikki and everybody. I don't know the names, but anyone that comes to the DR, I wish you could come, because this is not for views. This is not for money. My students, they don't have the opportunity. This is not Punta Cana, where you see an American or an European everywhere. But in San Cristobal, you don't have the chance to speak to someone from the States, someone who does not speak Spanish,
Right.
someone native. So that's why I brought John. Last Saturday, I brought a friend that I have from the United States. And they feel good. You know, it's like a motivation. Like, oh my God, I'm learning. It's like, imagine you're learning Chinese, right? Mandarin.
Yes.
And you speak to someone from China, and you guys understand each other. You will feel good. You will be like, oh, I'm learning. You see, that's what I want.
Absolutely.
So Rico, they will laugh a lot with Rico, because I know he's gonna have a good time.
And his face,
They can't handle his bad mouth though. And for the record, I am looking forward to coming and donating my time to the school.
Yes,
I already
if you
spoke to
wanna
Coach
come,
about
please.
that, so you have my information. I would love to do that. I've taught English and Spanish in the U.S., and I'm looking forward to doing it here.
I
And
wish you
somebody
could come.
else is still saying crazy things. Yeah, I know I'm there. Say less. It's the done deal. You have my information. I'm there. I would love. I'm donating my time. Period.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, all I can give you in return is a couple of beers, and we can have fun conversations with John.
I
Myself,
wasn't even expecting the beers. That's even better. I thought it was just going to be a handshake and a God bless you. Y tú sabes, que Dios te bendiga y cosa. So, of course, you have no idea. I love, love,
and
love
well,
kids.
I can
It's
Yes,
promise
sir.
nothing.
myself, Troy, and the crew. We gonna roll up on you.
I'm
We
not.
gonna pull
I'm
up
not.
on you.
No,
We
Rico.
gonna
I
pull up
mean, no.
on you, and you're gonna sit there and be surprised. Now I don't speak no Espanol, but guess what? I'm bringing a crew, and when I bring me familiar, some are Dominicano,
Oh
some are
yeah, yeah.
Manuel,
I would
Honduran.
appreciate that.
They, I cannot
Manuel owe
tell
me a
you.
beer. Manuel
I
owe
will
me a beer.
promise you, I'll be the only person that don't speak Spanish. Everybody else in my family, I'm like, fuck, but it'll be some are Dominicanos, some are Honduran, some are fucking Nicaraguan.
Hey,
And when
Rico.
I come with Troy,
We gonna
Troy
make it happen.
Honduran,
Hey,
we
Rico.
gonna
Somebody has a question for Manuel. Ali says, Manuel. All jokes aside, what's the best way for Americans to help young Dominicans? That's a great question.
Yeah, well, in
That
my
is a good
case,
question.
you are helping me when you come to my school for free. That's charity. You're doing charity. You're helping them. So I don't do it for. I don't want to be famous. I want you to come, speak to them, and they will try to use what they learned. And when they have a back and forth with you, and they establish communication, they're happy. They were very very happy with you, John. I mean, when Nikki
Yeah,
comes,
I saw that
they
video.
will
They
love you. They
were.
will love
Yep.
Nikki. When Rico comes, they will love Rico
Oh, they
too.
will.
They
can
For
I
just
do the
sure.
want to
same thing
learn.
that John did?
Who? I'm sorry.
Can I do the same thing that John did?
What did he do?
Nothing. That's my point. That's my point. That's
Yeah,
my point.
keep in mind that
I
you're
was
not teaching. You're just talking to them
literally,
like a normal. Yeah.
literally, I watched what he did, and I was like, "Oh my god, he just made us feel bad." No, 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 no. Manuel, I love the interaction. I loved it. Do I think John could have did better? Yes, and he know how I'm gonna get on his ass because, as
Hit
a
the
matter,
like button. That's
he
DOE.
could have
I
did
don't know how to
better.
pronounce
And
that.
what I want to do is I want to come and say, you know what? I love my friend. He did good, but not good enough. And then we're gonna do better. And I love what you were doing, where you were trying to tell the kids was like, you're on your own. You got to speak
Yeah.
English, and so on and
Yes.
so forth. I was sitting there and I was watching. I'm like, damn, I'm impressed. He's making them do it, but John wasn't helping you. He was sitting there. I'm like, oh my god, I can't help
Hey,
you.
Rico. Hey, I have a question for
So,
you.
so,
Let me.
so what I'm saying is, I promise to do better. I want to come and I want to do better. When we show up, I'm gonna do better.
I will appreciate it, Rico.
Hey,
Thank you, sir.
Manuel. What do you think about? Uh, and we already talked about the topic, but I'm asking this question: what do you think about people raping, or I'm not going to say raping, but these people that are being molesting these children, and like this professional guy in the major leagues, he just
Not
um,
you.
we just got caught up with a. Do you think that happens more in the Dominican Republic or in the United States? What's your opinion on that?
I'm
'Cause
sure.
I really don't know.
Yeah, you know. Don't play that game with me, but
Thank
you
you.
know.
Thank you. Getting his
Uh,
ass. Getting his ass. Getting his
yeah,
ass.
you
He
know.
played the game. He played
And
the game.
obviously, it is obviously more common in the Dominican Republic or any other country in Latin America.
No, no,
Why?
that's a lot Latin America, Africa,
Why?
or
Be,
Asia.
You gonna
or
let him
yes,
speak? You gonna let
Yeah,
him
no.
or
speak?
Asia, yes. And what's
Because what I
why?
say is, I want to say is poor countries, and
Yes,
poor countries are not just in Latin America. There's poor countries in
Can you let
Africa.
him talk? That was
yeah.
his damn question.
Be quiet, because I want him to be clear. Because I love
So
Brother Manuel. It's countries
it
around
happens everywhere. It happens everywhere because
where poor people exist. Thank you.
sometimes I have I see that not you guys, but many Americans think that the United States is like the center of the world and there is nothing else outside the US. I mean, you have Asia, you have other
Correct.
places. Yeah, it's like they think, yeah,
Right.
if we don't know, it doesn't exist in your head. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Oh my God. Oh, this. When they come to this country or they go to other countries, they're surprised. I'm like,
Hey,
yeah. I mean, these people they speak another language. They have other culture. They have another reality different than yours. So it's not that they're ignorant. It's that this is their life. So they don't have what you have. So they have to improvise. Now, about the molesting kids. This is the way I see it. It's obviously more common in the Dominican Republic, in Haiti, in I don't know Puerto Rico because I don't have the data, but Dominican Republic, Haiti, Peru, Bolivia, Mexico, Asia, Thailand, all those places. Those countries that I just mentioned are very very poor. So if the more the less money you have or the less access to education, the less access to financial resources you have, the more likely you're going to be molested as a kid. Now, who is the biggest consumption of child pornography? It's you guys. It's the U.S. It's the U.S. So as long as you consume the product, these criminals will give you what you need. And my country, unfortunately, it's a place where this is very very common. And let me tell you this: you're talking about the baseball player, right? The one that is that the one you're talking about, John?
Yeah,
I don't remember his name. But
Yeah,
Wanda Franco.
yeah.
yeah,
So
he just got with a 15-year-old girl.
so this is I think it's a 16-year-old girl.
Right, 16.
Yes, according to our law,
No, I think he was 14.
if you're not 18, you're a kid, you're a child for the law.
she's
Now,
14. She's 14.
14. Okay, so she's a kid. Now, it is
Thank you.
extremely normal for me. It is normal to see a 15-year-old girl or 16-year-old girl pregnant or with a baby. For me, that's normal. Maybe for you guys, it's not normal. But for me, that's
by an adult male.
by an adult.
Okay.
Now,
Right, there you go.
if you go to a poor area, this is going to be more and more common because this 14 or 15-year-old girl, she sees an opportunity with this adult male. It's not necessarily that he raped her like with violence, but
They
he has the
both
money.
see an opportunity.
Exactly.
He
She
sees
sees an opportunity.
that she's young.
He's a
and
baseball
she's
player.
open and she doesn't know any better.
He's
Exactly.
a baseball player.
Correct.
I'm poor. I got the chance maybe to get some money with this guy. So let's go ahead and make a relationship.
And maybe mom is grooming that as well.
Mom is
saying,
aware.
Yes, girl, baby.
If it's a baseball player, I'm sure that mom is aware. Mom and dad, they're aware.
Of course. The mom says,
Yes. Coach and I just had this conversation.
They had a conversation, and the mother said, "Es un pelotero, dale para allá."
But listen, man,
así mimito, mamita.
But Manuel said, without a doubt, as if he is a baseball player, mama is aware.
Yes.
No,
baseball player
I
equals millions in the Dominican Republic. If you're a baseball player, major leagues, yes, they will accept you for sure. I guarantee that. Obviously, keep in mind, I'm talking about poor families, not rich families. All right? Okay.
What about middle class?
Can I chime in real quick? I have noticed
Middle
this
class is
from
more conservative. They might not agree with that.
Why you chiming in with your bullshit from America?
let me chime in real quick.
With your bullshit from America, but go ahead.
I have noticed in America, we do not tolerate that at all. And I'm not saying anything bad about the Dominican Republic. You will get drugged. I see a lot of guys cat whistling 13, 14, 15-year-old girls in the streets. And somebody's playing some music or something. I hear radio or something.
Go ahead, go with your bullshit. I can hear
Somebody's playing some music.
Okay, I can hear you cry, baby. I can hear you cry, baby.
Yeah, there you go. So I was going to say, why do you think it's so prevalent in the Dominican Republic that
No. I got the answer for you. I got
I
the
don't
answer.
know. We don't give a
So
fuck.
when they
Go
say,
ahead,
look, John, if you have sexual relations with a minor in the Dominican Republic, you are considered by law a rapist, even though with her consent. Do you understand? Now, I'm sure that this baseball player had sexual relations with this girl with her consent. So it's not like he broke into her house and violently had sex with her. That's not what happened. But still, with her consent, it is considered rape in our law. Now, in this case, we know she agreed with him. That's why people are not going to kill him. Now, if you break into a house and you rape a girl, I guarantee you that the community is going to kill you, whether you are American, whether you are Chinese. You're gonna use your passport like, oh, I'm American, and they will stick the passport through your you know where. If you violently rape a girl or a woman. Now, in this case that we're talking about, they had a relationship with her consent. Mom and daddy, they knew it. So the authorities will take care of this case, but still, it is considered rape. If you have sex
Can I
with a girl,
interject for just one quick second?
yes, of course.
Rick James asked, do Dominican guys go to jail for that? The only way, from my understanding, that they will go to jail is if the mom or the dad reports it. If they don't report it, it's okay. It's like, hey, it's all good until a parent reports it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Manuel. That's what
Yes,
I've learned.
yeah. We don't have like authorities in every house trying to control what people do. Yes, it must be reported.
That's a
by someone.
That's a great point. And what she's saying is in the United States, because I know you've never been to the United States, if you don't report it, the government, the state, and the police can still have you arrested even if you don't report it. It's a little
different.
Yes, they can have you arrested.
Even if the young girl reports it, it can be it's a problem.
Yes.
But from my understanding
if the situation somehow, if this situation is brought to the authorities are going to take actions.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. I
yeah,
didn't know
they will take
and
action.
Thank you, welcome for the donation.
Yeah,
by the way,
thank
you.
Welcome,
thank you for that.
You. Shout out to the ladies.
Jay and Nikki, thank you.
Shout out to the ladies. Thank y'all so much. So, Rick, go ahead, Nikki. You was gonna say something. Go ahead.
No, I'm so happy to have Manuel here as the Dominican president to, you know what I mean? It's good to hear conversation from someone who is actually from here, who knows the truth and the facts, and clearly someone who's educated. So that's dope. And I appreciate that.
Hey, what do you think we can do to make it, like Rick James says, is way too common in the Dominican Republic? What do you think we can do as Americans, as Dominicans, as people from all across the world? What do you think is anything that can be done, Manuel?
Education.
Well,
I
there
know
is
you
nothing
asked
you can do
Manuel,
as
but
American. I think it has to be. Yeah, it has to be. They have to start by the root cause, which is education. Um, and it's like a cancer. Why? Because this 16-year-old girl, she's gonna have a son or a daughter, and this daughter probably is going to repeat the cycle, and she's gonna have another baby when she turns 16, and the
or
cycle will
14
be
or
repeated
15.
and repeated and repeated and repeated. So they need to cut the cancer by allowing these girls opportunities, so they stop having babies at such a young age.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Troy, you had something because I know you've been quiet, but you had something to comment on what on Manuel because I know Manuel got to go in a minute, but I love to have Manuel up here.
Not, man, I think Manuel was trying to say when he was saying that it was consensual between the girl and the guy, and it's still considered rape. In the States, it's just called statutory rape.
Yeah, it's say that again. Talk a little louder. I couldn't hear you, Troy.
In the States, we call it statutory rape.
Oh yeah, right. That's when the government decides to press charges or the state presses charges.
Well,
right.
Yeah, you still go to jail.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So hey, if Manuel, is it so if nobody says anything and the girl is 13, 14 years old and she's pregnant, nothing happens to anybody? They don't do any investigation or research?
Here's the thing. It's a good question. We don't have one case of a 13-year-old pregnant. We have hundreds of cases every single day. It's kind of difficult for the government to fix them all. But when they go to the hospital, right? Obviously, the authorities are going to ask who's the father of the baby because you are only 13 or 14. So, if the authorities find the person, this person probably is going to prison. Most of the time, they will not chase anybody. Too much work for them.
But somebody can make an anonymous call.
Yes.
And report him, and then how do they? And what if he walks up and says, "Hey, that's not my baby. I didn't have sex with it." How can they prove him wrong? And he knows he got that 13, 14-year-old pregnant.
They will believe the girl. They will believe the girl until the baby is born.
You at the gate, security dad, or you a key?
So the guy he's going to get locked up until he can prove otherwise.
Probably yes.
Wow.
Probably yes, because you are going to be accused with rape.
Hey, let me ask you another question. Since if nobody else don't have another question, and Rico don't chime in every 13 seconds. Why do you feel that Americans and other people, when we're talking, do you feel that we're talking bad about the Dominican Republic?
No, why? I don't take none of that.
I don't know. Do you feel
what I know, you know what I know, and I hope you don't I hope not to disrespect anybody, but I think Americans are very, 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 very sensitive. You get offended very easy. Am I right or wrong?
Correct. You are correct. We get offended
yes,
for everything.
I think not all of Americans, but I think that you get offended very, very easy because that is part of your culture. I mean, to have an argument for anything, but my life, I'm not that sensitive. I don't take anything personal. You are not saying anything wrong about the Dominican Republic other than the truth.
And there's a thin line, Manuel. Let me tell you that there's a thin line of who we're talking about and what we're talking about when it comes to American people. You know what I mean? Like there are certain things that nowadays it's like, oh no, I should absolutely be outraged by that. No problem.
Keep talking. Yes.
And then there are certain things that it's like, really, we're thinking by that. Like, no problem, language.
Right.
We're offended by that thing. Like, come on. So
Yeah.
it just depends on what we're talking about specifically. And as I always say, you guys know I'm an anomaly. So
That's
there's
No, that's cool. Let me say this as we close out. I'm gonna let everybody have their opinion and talk or whatever. I am so new to this. I try my best. I read these things. I try to get these super chats. I try my best to nip stuff in the bud. So with you know, I'm not perfect, but we do need a moderator, and I haven't got somebody to moderate yet. But I do know that it can be better, but I try not to be biased at all, and I try to I tell Rico to shut up sometimes. And so with that being said, um, I
there
really
was a young lady that volunteered to do it. And I saw that in the chat from last week. So I'll send you her name. Her name was something like I can't remember in boy. And I don't know, but I'll find it and I'll send it to you. But
yeah, but
there was somebody willing to do it.
I don't encourage anybody to curse or say slanderous words to anybody at all. I don't care if you're male,
of course,
female. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is.
Why is Coach Rick James said I'm going to yell at you when we get off?
I don't know what he's talking about. That's but Rick is so funny. He is insane. That's fine.
Rick James is hilarious. He is.
Yeah, I can take it. Hey Manuel, I have another question for you, unless somebody else has a question. I have a question. Why, if you could change anything about America, what would you change?
Nah, I don't think I'm the right person to answer that question because I've never even been in America. So
let him visit first.
Yeah. So my answer.
And guess what? He has the opportunity. You know, you have the opportunity now, right? Of the new thing that came out. If you don't know about it, I'll email it to you offline. We can chat about that. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there's new opportunities for Dominicans to go to the U.S. So I was like, oh my God, this is great. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Manuel, can I tell you what I would change in the Dominican Republic if I had control?
What?
I would change if I was the president tomorrow, I would really focus on the trash system.
On the trash what?
The trash system, on like how trash is being put out on the street and burned and things like that.
Traffic.
In America or in DR?
Traffic, bro.
In the DR.
In the DR, in the Dominican Republic.
He's got a point.
Oh,
traffic,
I thought you said in America.
I
was like,
people are dying.
Yeah,
the trash.
That's a great point. But number one is traffic.
Traffic, man. People are dying. You got to
traffic,
man.
And then
the reason people are dying is go ahead, Troy.
That's the number one reason why people die. It's probably the number one in the world I heard for traffic related deaths. But I know it's the one reason people are dying here in the Dominican Republic. But I just got a goddamn accident. They didn't change the traffic, man. I was at the damn stop sign. Nobody stops at the stop sign. I'm gonna show it to you. Coach.
No,
of course not. I stopped at the stop sign because I had to send a text out because I don't want to text and drive on my scooter.
Ay, Dios santo.
No lights on their bike. No lights at all. Bang.
Yeah, that's true.
He wasn't even going to stop at the stop sign.
That's sad. I think the traffic is bad because of the motorcycles. I just believe
when you see a little baby on a motorcycle, don't you cringe? I'll be like this. Just like a newborn on the back of a motor.
Right.
I'm like, hell no, don't do that.
Here's the,
Go ahead.
here's the deal. The motos will slide right on through. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life.
I'm scared for them.
And it is, me too. I'm always looking like, yo. And the funniest thing is they put their little arm out, like, oh, here I'm coming in now, and I'm like, yo, your little hand means nothing. You can get ran over. Like, what is happening here? My first time here, my anxiety was through the goddamn roof. Now, I just sit back like they already know what they're doing. They're just like, meow, 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 meow. And I'm just like,
Troy has a car and a scooter. Troy has a car and a scooter, and he goes to the gas. You know, he goes get food and stuff on his scooter. So yeah. So
I walk everywhere because
that's cool. We're gonna. I know I got to take my medication, and we had a great conversation. We had a couple little hiccups, but I think we're good. And I know Jay gonna call me tomorrow. But go ahead, Jay. Let's start off with Jay. Your final comments or questions for Manuel or whatever you want to say. You got it. You got the floor.
Oh, I enjoyed the conversation. Despite of the hiccups, we'll talk about it in a moment. But that's all for today. Thank you.
No, you can come
I'm
on
in my
anytime.
head.
You come on anytime. All right, and thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you later. Call me tomorrow. Bye bye.
What about everyone else?
No, I'm taking everybody down. I'm taking everybody down one at a time.
Oh, okay. Well, Jay, I very much enjoyed meeting you.
I texted something. I thought we were doing something else. You're changing the thing.
Oh, you did. You did put it in the private chat. Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going to happen at this point, but it's been great meeting you, and I'm sure that we'll collaborate again. And yeah, it was great meeting you.
Right. So I appreciate it. I take one person down at a time, and then I speak to the audience, and then I close out. That's how I always do it.
All right, I'll be backstage.
So yeah, okay. I'll just let you stay backstage then. You take care. Tell everybody bye.
Bye.
All right. Thanks so much. All right, Jay, you are next. I'm sorry, not Jay. I'm sorry, Nikki. You're next.
Thank you, Rick James. You are correct. I am hilarious, and you're welcome. Everybody, this has been super dope talking to you guys. You know, dope is my word. I wish I could go with you guys tomorrow to go and hang out with Troy. Maybe I'll catch a freaking Wawa and go over there. Like, I'm just gonna do it. Everybody, just shut up. I'm gonna do it.
Are you in the Dominican Republic, Nikki?
Yes, honey, of course. I'm here in Alta. No, Papi, ¿dónde estamos? Rosa Alma. ¿Cómo es?
Alma Rosa.
Alma Rosa. San
Yeah,
Vicente.
and Jace is your name, right, sir? No.
I'm Nikki.
No,
I mean, yeah, Nikki, I know she's in Alma Rosa, but the gentleman, what's his name?
Oh, Troy. That's Troy.
Troy, Mr.
Yeah.
Troy. Are you in the Dominican Republic?
See.
Yeah, he is too.
So you know that on Tuesday we're gonna have a tropical storm, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so they'll make plans for Tuesday. There's gonna be a lot of rain.
I'm trying to get some food in the house.
Yeah, where you at?
I'm in
Sosua? Punta Cana?
Yeah, he said Sosua. What makes you think I live in Sosua, bro? What makes you think I live in Sosua, bro?
I'm not even gonna say why he maybe thought that.
I don't know.
Stereotype.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Thank you.
I'm out of
Thank
here.
you
Let
so
me
much,
let me
Nikki.
out of here,
Yeah,
Coach. Love you to
yeah,
life.
but
I
stay
look forward to
backstage.
next Sunday. I'll stay
Stay
backstage. I'll be
backstage.
right here.
Stay
I'll be
backstage.
here.
Okay. All right. All right.
Now, Coach, I want to know. We got to figure out why he thought I lived in Sosua.
No, Sosua was once, not now, but once years ago. Sosua was the number one destination for men to go to live.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I assume, like, as option number one, you are
No,
in Sosua or Punta Cana, one of those.
I'm actually in Bávaro.
Bávaro.
So yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Hey,
It's
Troy,
good.
you got
I know.
anything? You got any comments or questions? You want to ask Manuel before we close
Man,
out?
well, okay. San Cristobal. Do you know of any land that's safe, like maybe a residential that has a ocean view in that area?
In San Cristobal.
Yeah, in that area.
Yeah, but it's not in the center of San Cristobal because the
No.
beach
Yeah, I know.
is like 1 hour away from the
The
center of San
downtown.
Cristobal.
Downtown.
Yes,
Right.
from downtown. Yes, but yes, I have a friend who is a real estate agent that she has properties in that area. Ocean view, like the beach is right there.
Right. I need that. Yeah, I need that.
Yes, yes.
Something.
So
Troy. Yeah, Troy, can you stay backstage real quick, brother?
Yeah, sure. No
All right,
problem.
man. Thank you so much. I'm gonna bring you down.
All right.
All right, brother. Hey, man. I want to thank you, Manuel, for coming on, being a part of the Dominican Route family. All the gems, all the knowledge that you give us all the time, the videos that you give us. I'm going to be in the United States for about a week and a half. So if you can step in for me and do 1 or 2 videos, if you get time about anything in the Dominican Republic, we'll talk about it. But I definitely appreciate it.
no problem. It'll be a pleasure for me.
Yeah, man. And thank you so much. Look, you're gonna have so many people coming to the school wanting to speak to the
I hope
kids,
so.
and that's gonna be awesome.
I hope so. Well, take care. Thank you,
Hey,
guys.
man, you take care. I'm gonna talk to you soon. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye. Hey, everybody. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the channel. Yeah, we had fun. Um, Man, it was great. Next Sunday, I'll be in the United States. We'll be doing a live, but I had a wonderful time. I don't know what happened to Rico. Rico probably had to step down, but shout out the super sticker, Calvin Carter. Thank you so much for the $1.99 donation, brother. I appreciate it toward the channel. Thank you so much. Rick James, it's always a pleasure, brother. Everybody that donated something today, the $2, thank you. Bring him on more. I want to bring on Manuel on more because we can ask him all kinds of questions. So when I come back from the United States, that's going to be my goal, to really bring Manuel on and have him to really just chime in on his opinion. And you getting it from a true Dominican, and he's just an awesome person. So anyway, so thank y'all so much. I appreciate all y'all support. The channel is growing fast. Thank y'all for everything. Walk on. Brooklyn, Joy, 718. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. God bless. Make peace be still. Pimp Boy, Brooklyn, shout out. Y'all take care. Rick James, see y'all later. Y'all make sure y'all send me a text. If y'all got any questions or comments for me, shoot me a text, tomorrow, and then I'll get back with you. I'll get back with my Dominican Route family. God bless. Make peace be still. See y'all later.